hands with you. And there's going to be consequences that you going to go to jail for. That you going to go to jail for.
Yeah, Scorp. I knew I was muted. I was talking to my brother, and I knew I was muted. I was muted. I knew I was on. I was. I knew I was mute. I knew. Let's go. We getting ready to go. We getting ready to go. So I'm about to go back to the channel now. Now, Vaughn. Let me go back because I screenshotted it. Man, when I tell y'all, after I got that live, my eye was still burning. I was laughing so hard, man. I was laughing so hard. Okay, let's go. So let me. I got to get back to the screenshot. Now Vaughn said, "Oh, don't you tell me." Oh, okay, 134:33. And excuse me, Vaughn, you said I watched the show. So let's go to Urbans. Let's go and see. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me get here. Okay. All right. Come on, Herb. Man, when I tell you saw that I had watched the show. Was it Ask Urban Anything show? Was it that? Or was it Ask Urban Anything? God. She put the link in my chat. She did, but did she do it while I was okay? Let me go back to my live, and that way I can get it. Okay. Let me go back to my live just now. My allergies is horrible. Like, they really need to get it under control. You turn this down. Okay, so it's not in the comment. It's not gonna be in the comments no more for some reason. I don't know what I can never go back and see it. I never get a chance to go back. I can see it when I'm on the computer, the comments. Just somebody tell me the name of the show. Okay. So I'm just gonna go to his channel and I'm just gonna go to that screen. You said 133. All right, 130. I'm assuming it is the Throwing Drinks. Oh no, reacted to SBK show. All right, so you said 133. Let's get there. We getting there, people. We're getting there. Turn it up.
It is a contract.
This jump
is
is
an
funny.
agreement.
You said 133. Okay, 133. I'm gonna start at 122.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. But yeah, don't be like Lionel, man. To be separate trying to approach my woman with the whole intentions of trying to holler.
Wait.
Yeah, like don't be like me. Don't.
This is 136.
After this show.
Wait, 133. Hold on, wait. 122.
Because I've heard you, like, we were talking about this last week, right? Or another week. You know, you do get, it's not that you're insecure, but you know how women move, right? And if a woman starts moving too much, you know, because you know as a woman, and I was going to mention also what they said about the LGBTQ community. I personally believe when you have two people the same, both two women, those two women are going to be even more insecure with each other because you know the other woman, right? You know, so I think that's why it's even worse with two women. And the jealousy is what I mean. So
yeah, I think it definitely just who's that?
He said he don't care. My husband said they can look, but they can't touch.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, Queen. Like, I think some men are okay with it because they know that
I'm probably on the wrong show. Y'all think I'm on the wrong show?
Like, I feel like showing the top of your chest is okay.
You sound like a beta.
Like the nipple covers and stuff like.
I feel like I'm on the wrong
What are you
show.
talking about?
You sound like a beta. Respectfully.
Talking about Von's husband?
Nah, you can't look at my girl.
Okay, let me see.
Period.
You said 130.
So that's my.
I was not in that live.
I like, no.
Okay.
Look, don't make it obvious. Let me rephrase that.
Well, we at 124. So if it don't start, if it doesn't start at 133, then I know this is the wrong one. Because she said 133.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfectly good sense. Don't be like Lionel and literally approaching trying to shoot your shot. No,
Wait, Urban, you still there?
Hey, y'all, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
That nigga internet go off again?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We'll be at 9. Let me see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Right, cool.
Let me see.
But yeah, don't be like Lionel, man. To be separate trying to approach my woman.
But you where? Nigga.
Lionel be cracking me up. Y'all let me know if I'm on the right live. This is the Urban Lionel reaction to SBK all women panel. Is this the right one, y'all?
Gotta let them know.
Yeah, you gotta let them know.
Gotta let them know.
So if he's okay with it, you know, like what was that Miss Coco was saying, like, yeah, then, you know, y'all are good. But then, like Joe was saying, yeah, you know, some guys will get funny and weird, you know, start accusing you with stuff, you know, just because they're insecure. And I say that's unfair, y'all. That's not cool. Get yourself together, sir.
Well, for me, I've never had that luxury.
I bet you
And
this the
so,
wrong one. I'm feeling like this the wrong
But
one.
you guys are right. Some men don't care, and some men do care. I think it just depends on the man. And
Let me see what you're saying.
once again, it's
Okay,
all
we
that-
at 1:30.
It depends on the man and the age group because I'm sorry, but it depends on how old they are. And I'm telling you, a lot of older men don't like that. They don't want their woman out in public, like Felicia Rashad said. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. They don't want their woman to be noticed in public like that. They want, they want to be the only one to, enjoy her in that type of fashion. But, the younger guys, I can't speak for them because I'm not in that age group anymore. When I was younger, I've never had a man that was people with bad reputation.
Oh my God.
Firing at that tonsils.
Let me skip it. Okay.
I've never had a man that was okay with me doing it. So I can just, speak from my experience.
Is this the right live? Von
No,
Della.
that's what I said. Some of the younger guys, like my brother, for example, he don't want no, like we had them conversations. I think it just depends on the person, because some younger people, including myself, we look at it,
I can't stand Lionel.
and some of us were actually raised, different. So it's younger guys out here that feel the same way, they don't want to turn no hoe into no housewife, mentality. And that's a good thing.
This ain't it. This couldn't be
It
it.
is.
DR, what you got on? Oh, before DR say something, what you got, bro?
No. Let DR talk. I haven't heard her voice in a minute.
Oh Lord.
Let me see for DR.
This is Vaughn left you hanging. Did she somebody done went live and she on there. And I told y'all I was tired.
Say what I said, brother.
So Queen said, fuck letting DR speak on. This is my turn and I want to speak, damn it.
Oh, he talking about me now.
Said, wait your turn, even though she been talking. That decorum, boy, I tell you.
What is he talking about?
There you go.
A valid point. Now, my first marriage, my husband was older than me. He was very traditional. He didn't like me going out, because I am like heavy on top or whatever. He didn't like for my cleavage to show. That triggered him, And I found myself asking, I would put on the outfit, I would say, hey, is this okay? Can I wear this? You know what I'm saying? Because I know he would get triggered. But now, my second marriage is a bit different because my husband is younger than me. And he's like, babe, you look good. He's complimenting me losing weight. He says, look good and this and that. And like I said, his rule is, they can look, but they cannot touch. But of course, I come from a different area, so of course I dress a little bit, conservative or whatever. But there is a difference between the younger and the older men, I think,
Gotcha. What you got on it, DR?
Well, my perspective is I have 4 daughters from 16 to 29.
This is not it. This couldn't be the
teach
live.
them
This could
just
not be
because
the
of times
live.
that we live in.
I'm stopping this. Because this couldn't be the live. She said 133.
I love her voice, man. I really do. I love her voice. I need to trigger her on purpose just so she can talk.
You hear Lionel?
Just so she can get up on the panel.
Weirdo.
Exactly.
So how do her voice sound to you?
No, this ain't it.
It's soothing.
This couldn't be it. I got to go back. This couldn't be it. This could not be it. Okay, so let's go back to Ask Urban Anything. It's got to be this show.
Yeah, we're playing hide and seek, and we also play tag.
It's got to be this one because this is the one I was watching. She said I was watching, and let's go back to 133. Like she said, 133. Because I want to know. Was it Urban show, y'all? Was it Urban? Am I on the wrong? Am I on the wrong content creator? Okay, 133. I'm gonna go to 131.
Me, Urban, attack her. Now keep in mind, I don't attack people at all. I don't attack people personally. All I do is challenge your talking point. No,
now this is where I was at. And you know what? I'm finna start right here. I'm gonna start right here.
How many else? I'll do none of that stuff whatsoever. All right. So that is what we're going to review right now. We're going to figure out why she believed that I was attacking her. Okay. So
let me stop right here. I'm going to say in defense of Urban, y'all go ahead and record or whatever. I do not feel that he was attacking her at all. I didn't feel that he was attacking her. What I did observe is Urban was doing the Urban. He was doing his thing, and that was creating dialogue, creating controversy. If y'all go back to one of his old lives, don't ask me where, but he has said it, that he say certain things on purpose to probe, to get people to talk, to get people to disagree. He do it on purpose, and it's good conversation, and he does it, and the show gonna get the views. You know what I'm saying? It's a tactic, it's a strategy. I don't believe that Urban believed 100% of what he be saying. I think he's a good he has good strategy, right? What he was doing was just being Urban. I don't think that he attacked this woman. So let's listen.
This live that she did. All right. Let me get to it.
Okay.
Not this one.
He playing stuff.
We're gonna pull up her on live, and
Scorp. I don't think that he was attacking her.
Okay. We're gonna hear what she got to say about this. All right. So let me get her real quick. Okay. It is right here. All right.
Hey, Thriving Glow.
Fast forward.
I'm reviewing Urban's show
stuff
of him reviewing us.
All right.
Yeah, and then he couldn't.
I believe this is the correct live. All right. So here we go.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Urban, no, he don't. You said Urban, no, he don't be right on everything. Yeah, he know.
And hear why she believed that I attacked her on that panel.
Which he did not attack her. Did I let me stop it. Let me stop. Hold on 1 second. Did I disagree with what Urban was saying on some points? Yeah, a lot of his points, yeah, we did disagree. But did I feel attacked? No, I didn't feel attacked. I just felt like we went on the same page with some stuff, but it got so weird as the show began to progress. It started getting weird, and then I'm like, wait a minute, and he brought out some valid points. I did watch it up to a point. He did bring out some valid points. So let's listen a little bit. He trying to find the show now. Okay, what we gonna do is help him out. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Be in general, or I could make it personalized. But to answer your question, in the past, I did dealt with that situation. You know what I'm saying? Where I was dealing with a woman where she was literally belittling me. She was literally emasculating me and everything. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of stuff that I talk about on my platform is due to personal experience. And so that's why I advocate for that, because I done went through the whole process, been tried in the fire and everything. I already came up with, resorts and solutions and different things like that. But I have learned that a lot of people, they're going through the situation, but they're afraid to express it, especially men dealing with, mental health. So that's why, I'll be advocating for men. Exactly. So through my whole rebuttal, how was I attacking her?
No, he was not attacking her. He was not attacking her at all. Did you hear him say that a lot of times he be speaking out of past relationships or past experiences? That's what he does most of the time. And so you cannot knock down a person because that's their experience. Now, whether it lines up with your ideology or not, that's still that person's past experience, right? And so you just have to agree to disagree, right? Okay, let's go on.
How was I attacking her? Okay, so let's look at this. We're gonna go back to this. We're gonna go back to what she's gonna say in a few minutes. But like I say, I just want y'all to get an understanding on this. All right, so let's go to her video and listen to what she's saying about this.
Child, them people got me so good until Hunty. Them people. It is so surreal how everywhere I go, them folks come for me. Let me get all of this off of here. I can't believe how these people come for me.
Who came for
These
her?
people be coming for me like I'm the all be all. I said to myself, I'm looking like this. I'm saying, Lord, would you help me? Would you help me? I can't even get on their stage. I can't even tell the people the truth.
She said that she can't even get on the stage and she can't even tell the truth.
Oh,
But clearly, right here, she's on the stage. So what is she talking about?
right.
Clearly, she's on the stage, and clearly, y'all see that SBK had
She left us.
expeditiously invited her onto the stage. So what is she talking about? What's she talking about exactly?
And I ain't gonna lie, she kind of dominated a little bit. She kind of dominated the conversation a little
They
bit.
don't want the truth. So now tonight, over there in the House of the Lambs, I get over there tonight, and y'all won't believe this. Y'all won't believe what happened to me. I took my ass over there to them people's house, and they tried to dig in me. And I say, Mike,
Who digged in her? Now listen,
this
hold on, I
right
gotta
here.
stop it right here.
and listen,
Hold
and
on.
that
Who digged into her? First of all, SBK, in my opinion, was too passive on that show. As the host, y'all know when I do a show as the host, I'm dominating. Do you understand what I'm saying? I may dominate a little bit too much. I have a tendency to overtalk. I'm really working hard on that. I'm really working hard on not over talking when my panelists come up. I really am working hard on that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I notice it, guys. I know y'all say it in y'all head, but I'm noticing it too, that I over talk. That's why this last live that I was on, no, this live I was on, I purposely did not say a lot. Like, I purposely was quiet when she was doing a lot of talking because I didn't understand what she was going. Hey, DJ T-Russ, I said nothing but love your way. I'm reviewing a show that someone reviewed on me. I'm reviewing his review. if you can understand that. I purposely was quiet because I have a tendency to overtalk. Okay? All right, let's go.
one urban, ooh, Lord.
That one urban.
When I tell you that's a tongue twisting twangler, I say that little
She called him a tongue
tongue
twisting
twangler. He
twangler.
need to stop.
Hey, she called me a tongue twister of an ass. What? Hey, bro, man, I done heard a lot of ad hominems attacks, but that one, hey, that was new to me. A tongue twister ass. God.
Excuse
damn.
the language. It was hilarious.
Ooh, man, I heard a lot of ones, man, but I heard a lot of whoppers my day or people cover that. But this one I heard that was funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Now,
So
keep in mind, I
Urban is
haven't did
reviewing
nothing
the
to
show
her.
that we
I
were
haven't did
on.
nothing to her, but address her. We're gonna get back to the other video as well too.
I say this man, they come up with all kind of questions. Then he say I didn't answer the question. I'm saying to myself, man, would you do me a favor? Would you put that hand dog down that's not even on the rocks?
My God.
Would you
Y'all hear
please
that
put
crap?
down that hand dog? And I'm gonna go back over there again. And I know they're gonna say every time I come over there, lighting a fire on their ass, and I do. My goodness, they be getting me good.
Let's be clear, there was no fire lit. Okay. Now, if you're talking about the ball of confusion that was on fire, yeah, that was rolling around, but there was no fire lit. Now, I was with old girl, and this ain't nothing. I'm not coming up against her or nothing like that. I was with her on certain things. You understand what I'm saying? But towards the end, it was, oh God, I'm not trying to get no enemies and nothing like that. It was like she was at some points was speaking in riddles. You understand what I'm saying? I could not follow her. Now I remember towards the end they was asking her clear, direct questions, but she was asking them in open-ended answers. And I think that's where the frustration came. Because even SBK, I'm reviewing this show, SBK. I'm reviewing Urban's review. And I was just getting ready to say, towards the end of that show, I can even hear the frustration in SBK's voice. So when I heard the frustration in SBK's voice, I laughed. And she was like, Queen, you laughing? I'm like, yeah. But I was laughing because I'm like, sis, I don't even know where you going. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, let's continue.
Now do y'all understand why?
She said that she came over there and light a fire, man. All right, so these are her words. She said she came over and light a fire on our ass, right? So let's go back. Let's see if she really did light a fire on us like she is claiming that she's doing, all right? If that answers your question.
Yeah, it does answer my question a little bit. I was just saying that because when I take a look at it, I mean, like for me, as an example, where are we? Are we here? Oh, 1 second. When I take a look at it, I kind of say, you know, that's really an open-ended question to say, what is it that men want?
That's not. Hold up,
if
freeze.
I compare what is it that men
Freeze.
want, I wouldn't have a choice.
That's not an open-ended question. I teach early education, and they tell us to talk in open-ended questions all day long to prompt vocabulary, to prompt deductive reasoning, to prompt literacy. You understand what I'm saying? So I know what an open-ended question is. Okay. So open-ended question, it would have been, how do you understand or how do you know that women have higher standards than men? That's an open-ended question. How, when you asking, how do you know that? So the person can explain. But when they say, who has higher standards, women or men, that's a straight-on direct question.
But to go into what is it that women want, or what?
So do y'all agree that what men want, that's an open-ended question? Do y'all agree with that? I believe that not only it's open-ended, but it's a broad question. The reason why it's so broad is because a lot of people don't talk about it, preferably women. Okay? So it was designed to be that way, to spark honest conversation. It was designed, that question was designed so a person could actually take a stance on it. Either you agree with it or you don't. That question was designed where no gray area was not going to be permitted within that.
But it was great in the mud.
That's the reason why me and SBK kept telling over and over again, like, no,
for her.
This is not one of them type of questions where you like, some people, nope, it's not that. It is or it ain't. It needs to explain to me what it is or it ain't.
I need to figure out how to change my name. I don't know how to get on there.
What women need? I mean, because everybody have their own difference of needs. Everybody have their own difference of wants. And to me, everybody have their own difference of just the way they handle their particular relationship and marriage. So that's a broad, a wide-ended question. I'll understand it more if it's geared more towards a person directly than indirectly, because you got a different set of women, just like you have a different set of men, and both need to grow up if you're having that difference of opinions or broken.
Now, I do agree that when sometimes, and I said this, I think yesterday, when men say all women, I want you to say some women, because all women don't think the same. All women do not think the same. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try to say some men, or, you know, I'm not going to say all men. You know, I'll correct myself, because some men don't, and people get offended because you're like, no, I don't think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Need to go into a relationship that behaves and that fits them. Because I can go in a 31-year marriage, I can go into things that I wanted out of my marriage as a woman and probably didn't get it from a man. And then you probably can listen to my husband say he went into a 31-year marriage and there's things that he didn't get out of me. That doesn't mean that a man is better than a woman or a woman is better than a man. That means that in each situation, one wasn't getting what they're looking for. Maybe it's a lack of communication.
She wasn't answering anything. SBK, I'm gonna agree with you on that.
I say that it's a thought-provoking question.
I'm gonna agree.
That we really don't think about it. You know what I'm saying?
I think she was trying to be more combative than
Yeah,
I believe that. I
Helpful.
believe that it is a general consensus about what men want, just like it's a general consensus about what women want. You know what I'm saying? They're from there, it can trickle down into the personalization. You go ahead.
but that could be different though, because everybody wants won't be the same. Because
So once again, she said what she said, that she landed her plane, right? I came back and rebutted her, right?
I have an itch in my throat
Oh.
that I cannot scratch or
Oh,
dry.
Jesus.
Liquid is powerful allergy relief and it instantly soothes.
Dion said what she said, that she landed her plane, right? I came back and rebutted her, right? So riddle me this. Where in this conversation am I attacking this woman? God damn! Where in this conversation I'm attacking her?
That's bullshit.
Right.
Because I'm trying to figure
Right, SBK. And I said that at the beginning of the show. You ask questions to spark dialogue and conflict. Did I not say that, everybody? I said that in the beginning of the show when I started. I said sometimes Urban asks questions to spark dialogue and conflict to make the conversation interesting. I even went so far to say I don't even think that he believe 100% of what he's saying. He may believe 80% or 90%, but he does that on purpose. And I found that out, and he even said it. One time he said it. You understand what I'm saying? But nobody attacked this woman. For real. And I went back and watched it. Because only reason why I went back and watched, because somebody told me Urban was running their mouth and they had to check him about him. So I was like, let me see what he said. You know what I'm saying? But when I was watching it, I'm like, to be honest, I really didn't understand what this woman was saying, but I was trying to be on the same page because some things I can identify with and resonate with, but I really wasn't understanding her most of the time.
Now, where in this conversation did I use any type of ad hominems to personally attack her, to make her feel some type of way, or to belittle her? Because so far I haven't. All I did is challenge her talking point. That's it. And on top of that, I allow her to respond too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she said. Well, here's what she got to say.
I've been in situations and talking to people in marriages where I'm sitting there saying, okay, this is what you want out of your marriage, and this was what would make you happy. I mean, whereas in me, what I want out of my marriage may be a step up or maybe a step down. So to say what men want, all men don't even want the same thing. Because you got some men that may be a little bit more passive than the normal aggressive man. So he might just want women around him all the time. Then you might have a man out there that wants actually more attention from a woman. So I get what you're saying, but I think that is an individual question to me that will lead more on a personal, what do you want out of a relationship, or what do you want from a man? Because you might not want the same thing out of me as a woman.
She just wasn't getting it.
You get what I'm saying? For somebody else.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I learned the plan there. You go ahead, bro. All right, so let me put it to you this way, all right?
Wait, stop.
The overall consensus for
Urban was like, well, maybe let me kind of rephrase the question so that you can understand what we really trying to do tonight. I don't think it shouldn't have been that serious. I think she got too deep in it. I understood the assignment. You understand what I'm saying? I understood. Sometimes I get on people's panels. I know what they're looking for. They're looking for the queen. You understand what I'm saying? They're looking for the advocate for women. They're looking for challenging phrases and statements. They're looking for a good conversation. I don't think they was understanding, like, we didn't want this to go left like that and be that serious. You understand what I'm saying? I just think we wanted a good conversation, right? You know what I'm saying?
woman is that she want a man to be a protector and provider. Is that correct? Can we agree to that?
He's trying.
And that's what everyone, it don't matter about her personality.
Hey, Lionel, don't say nothing but love your way. Wow.
Every woman want a man to be a protector and provider, correct?
It can also depends on the protector that you're referring to.
What?
No. Every woman wants a
Stop. She was not giving Urban an inch. You understand what I'm saying? He said, what? Wait. SBK said, my channel is about healthy dialogue, conversation, and not conflict. I try to understand all points of view. I might not agree with every stance, but I want everyone's voice to be heard. And that's the thing that I think did not happen that night, because I ain't trying to be funny, and this is all a good conversation. She dominated that show, and a lot of it we did not. It was spent just being combative. I'm sorry. Hey, Lionel, you know I said nothing but love your way. And so yeah, I couldn't get her. I was trying to get her because I love to advocate for women. I love to be in league with women, but I just couldn't get her. You said, Lionel, good evening. Oh, he said that. Okay. So, all right, let's continue on.
Protector and provider, correct? So I challenged her on that, and so she's talking about, well, it depends on the circumstances. Nope, it do not depend. It don't depend. It's either
I don't know why his buzzers be so funny to me.
just as a sign. Every man want a woman to do what? Give him peace, right?
When you say protect,
So look, Urban. So Urban, listen. That notion that the man's supposed to be the protector and the provider, in this day is kind of just a little bit kind of dated.
Dang, Urban, just because you monetize, that don't mean you gotta have commercials every 5 seconds.
Kind of just a little bit kind of dated. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not gaslighting or putting on for real. Am I a traditional woman?
And then I say this every single time, and that's why I be chilling, I be relaxing, I be laughing, right? Because whenever I challenge a person talking points, right, through human behavior, they immediately look for somebody to try to agree with them, or as they call it, the cheerleading effect, right?
Like Lionel. Lionel is the cheerleader effect for Urban, and we all see it, and we all know it. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Y'all ain't gotta come up, but I'm just saying, just in case, because y'all know I'll forget. Y'all know. Urban is Lionel is Urban cheerleader, and I like it. It's brotherhood. I love it. I do. I love it. I don't cheer anymore. Shut up, Lionel. Oh, huh? You meant to say anyone. I'm gonna say, was you on the cheer team?
I agree with them. Then once when that cheerleader agrees with them, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But I really haven't said nothing yet. I really haven't said nothing yet. Here's another thing. Here's another thing too that I want y'all to notice about me. There'll be a lot of times where Lionel will agree with what I'm saying, or even SBK will agree with what I'm saying, right? Do I ever go back and say, yeah, that's what they say, yeah? You never see me do that. You never see me do that. The reason why you never see me do that is because when I know that I'm debating somebody, right, I know that in my mind, it is me against the world. I don't look for nobody to cheerlead me on or nothing like that. I don't. In my mindset,
look at him. Never. He never do it. Urban never do it.
Look at you. Agree with it or not? That's what it boiled down to. If you agree with it, cool. If you disagree with it, cool. I don't care. That's another thing too, is that when people go onto these other like panels and stuff, right, and they be like looking at the chat, and if the chat don't be agreeing with them, then they end up losing the debate because they looking at the chat and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to don't focus on that. You need to focus on what you're doing. I'm just saying.
I am, but I got some contemporary parts to me. The protective part, yeah, I want you to protect me from the big bad society and the big bad monster and protect me from harm. Yeah, I do. But the provider part,
And I'm letting Queen part play because it's going to go to the other video as well, too. Because she has some stuff to say about Queen, too.
Eagerly. And
she has some stuff to say. So it's the lady. Wait.
I am team.
It's the lady that was talking about me, y'all. Where Where is Vaughn? Was it the lady that was talking about me? Because I'm thinking it's Urban. Was it the lady? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna just let it play.
I'm team driven. I want to contribute in the provision.
Don't laugh at me, SBK.
I want to take care of my husband just like my husband wants to take care of me, and we take care of each other. I want us to work together to secure the bag. Me and my husband right now are actively
seeing the
looking
lady
within a year
Lionel?
open up a daycare here.
Let it play, Queen.
And to serve
Okay, we finna let it play.
children with special
Because if it was a lady, then the gloves is off.
You understand?
If it was a lady, it's the gloves is off. If the gloves is off.
He is working
The
with
gloves
me
is off.
to bring that to fruition.
Because come on. Come on. Okay.
To bring to fruition. We're providing for each
Okay.
other. So the sole responsibility for the man to be the sole provider, you know what I'm saying? That ideology is a little bit dated.
Are you looking for more in this world?
Lionel, you and your monetized channel.
To be the sole provider.
Oh, I mean,
you know
SBK.
ideology is a little bit
Urban.
dated.
Y'all all the same. That's why I get confused.
Now, notice I never said that the man was going to be a sole provider or the breadwinner. I'm talking about the general consensus that women want a man to be a protector and provider. As a matter of fact, let me follow up with this, and I'm going to ask you, both of y'all women, a question. Will you be okay with a man who do not provide for your 8-hour period, where he'll sit up at the house and do absolutely nothing while you go out and work and be that provision for him? And he's fine with that. He don't want, now keep it in mind, he don't want to do nothing else but chill. Will you be okay with that?
Me personally, I wouldn't, but I know women that are okay with that though. I know women that just would want a piece of man. You have women that feel like a piece of man is better than no man. I can tell you someone personally that enjoys a paymaster. Wait a second. That enjoys being a paymaster as a woman and didn't want the man to work.
She said, "Shut up,
so
Urban."
Once again, I'm asking this question throughout this rebuttal, right? When
I know Urban, like if I ask this question one more time, do you understand? Women are not okay with that. They just settle. Do you understand? It was, you know what? At times, I'm not gonna lie, it was very frustrating to hear her answer the questions because she went and I do this sometimes too. I would lay the foundation, go all the way around, and then drive to my point. But it was like she started to do that, and then I feel like she was making it up as she was going because I didn't understand what was happening. You know what I'm saying? And then it never got answered. Right, SBK, it never got answered. Shut up, Lionel. I just said I do it all the time. So you know what? Don't listen. Listen, don't get whooped tonight.
Was I being disrespectful to her where I was coming from her, as she said on her show?
He was not being
when did this
disrespectful.
happen? Because obviously, even though I'm pushing back on them, I'm being very respectable, like how I always be. Very respectable, but I'm just forthcoming. You know, I'm just there. If I'm gonna hit you with a talking point, I'm gonna hit you with it. You're gonna have to go toe for toe, blow for blow with me. You know what I'm saying? That is how the way it is. But that doesn't mean that I'm personally attacking you. I'm only just attacking your talking points. That's
right.
Nothing more, nothing less. So where in the hell did I come off as being disrespectful to this woman?
Wow.
But
Did you hear me say, wow? I was like, what? I was like,
we're talking about in general,
wow.
based on the context that I'm presenting to y'all. In general, if a man do not work, period, would that woman be okay? It's still being both protector and provider.
You have
in
to
general.
Shut up, SBK. SBK. Did you know that I am a licensed ordained minister? Did you know that? I've been preaching since I was 18. Did you know that? I'll be out here, you know, swinging on tambourine. I'll do Bible class on Saturday and stuff like that. I try not to be intrusive, even though I don't want to stifle my ministry or stifle the message. I want people to know that I'm saving. I'm a preacher, but I also have a life too. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a normal person. You got some people in the church, they so fanatical. Every time you see them, they got a robe on and a cross. They can't be normal. The Bible says, don't be so heavenly, heavily bound that you know earthly good. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go. Let's finish this. I want to get to the talking about queen part.
I know women that are okay with that type of lifestyle, just like there are men that are okay with that lifestyle. Me personally, I am not okay with that lifestyle. Now, this queen may not be okay with that lifestyle, but there are people that are okay, and that's on the male side and the female side. That's why you have housewives, and you honestly have house husbands. So that's that's why I asked you to clarify that.
But ideally speaking, whenever you got a guy that's just
it was
not
nothing
working,
unclear.
They're trash.
So that's what I'm saying. So a person who's just a guy that's not working, to me that says that you're not driven. You have no driving life, that you do not want to produce. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're working for somebody 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? You are not producing something. Now, there may be a limitation where you are disabled or you know, they're taking care of the child. You know, they're a house dad. You know what I'm saying? I've heard that term before. But at least they're doing something. They're adding to the household. You know what I'm saying? In some kind of way. But if you just said you said sitting up just chilling and don't want to work, to me that screams you know productive. What are you adding to the household? What are you adding?
But to me, I get what that is too. And I think when it's people like us that may not be used to seeing it, we won't believe it. But the reality to it is out there. That's why there are.
So the question was not if these people exist. We know that there's men living off of women and they're just chilling at the house. We know that. That was not the question. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm like, she has a way of twisting things. Because I'm like, how did we get here, right?
House husband.
Now, also, once again, I want y'all to keep in mind that Queen D, right, the lady to the left, right, keep in mind that she is streaming this show on her channel, all right, without us knowing about it.
And that was, I didn't know that.
Show on her channel without us knowing about it, okay?
I didn't know that.
Just like there are housewives. The same way a man decides that he want to get up and he don't want his wife to work, there are women out there that have done the same thing, especially if they're the big time breadwinner. It is out there. I mean, it depends on the scope that you look at people or you deal with people. I dealt with people from everywhere. And I know women, honestly, there's men. it may be prevalent more so.
Yes, I mean, come on. And okay, let me freeze for a second. I could see a screen recording a snippet of the show that you was on and share it to promote your channel and my channel. I've done that before. Like if y'all come up on my show, I will screen record portions of it, and I would put it on my show, you know, on my community wall. Or sometimes SPK would tag me in something or whatever. And I don't mind them reviewing anything that I'm on, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand. And I know, okay, so we kind of been around each other for a minute, so we know each other. I'm comfortable with y'all. I ain't never met this lady. I don't know her audience. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what she's into, what her show, her channel's about. So you could be opening us up for attack from your subscribers. It could be a whole thing, and we don't even know it. You understand what I'm saying? So the common courtesy is say, hey, guys, I'm on several platforms and I'm streaming live too. When you enter into somebody else's room, I think that's etiquette. You know what I'm saying? Ask me, don't stream my live. I don't know that lady. I just said that. Yeah, I don't know you. I don't know what you're about. You could be into witchcraft or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, you know, that is weird. But in real time, you was doing that, and we didn't even know.
Does exist. So that's a question.
Yeah, once again, ladies, I understand that psychologically your mind wants to personalize this general question.
He was trying.
In reality, y'all know the truth behind this. Y'all know the truth is that if a man
It threw my whole mindset off.
in general, you are not going to be with that man. You're going to look at him as being low. And we're not talking about the other things that happen, such as the woman is toxic herself and she's controlling the thing like that. I didn't present that to you. I only gave you a general question. That's it.
Arvin was trying.
Puerto Rico, we
Wait.
call ourselves Boricua.
Okay. He was trying. He was trying really hard.
The general answer is this, that every woman thinks that way. The reason why they think this way is because of social norms. Okay? Stay comfortable about the man, about that he wants peace. The reason why they say he wants peace because of social norms.
You can't say every woman is tough for queen to queen. Yeah, because I don't think like that.
And I mean that. I don't think like that.
Hey man, if I had $1 for every time women tell me that, they tell me not every woman think like that, man, I'll be a millionaire for real. Like, no lie.
I'm serious. I don't think like that.
I'll be a millionaire for real.
I'm a good woman, y'all.
The same thing. Now, it ain't every woman, not every woman, but
right.
As I go deeper into my stance on this and my rebuttal on this, I eventually prove to them that you do think like this for real.
No, he
didn't.
That's
the point. You just don't want
to. And
he
always do that.
Truth,
Stop.
The reality of it.
He always say that. He always say, "They prove my point. They prove my point." He just be saying that to say that because at this point you gotta understand and know nothing was really proven that night because we didn't even understand what was going on. None of us. Okay, so wasn't really nothing proven, Urban. He was just saying that. Okay, you said I'm glad I was not there. I love me some score. Listen, bro, I was trying to rock with her. I was trying, but I could not. I'm telling you, I could not understand her. Do you understand? I could not understand her. I was trying.
I'm just saying. Now, check this out. All right, so once again, she was saying that I was attacking her. Okay, so let's go back to the her video. All right, let's go back to her video.
This is the video she did independently of the show that we were on.
And I'm trying to figure out what in the hell was I doing to her? Why she feel like that I was attacking her? Okay, so let's go.
I can't even tell the people the truth. They don't want the truth.
What?
So now tonight, over there in the House of the Lands, I get over there tonight, and y'all won't believe this. Y'all won't believe what happened to me. I took my ass over there to them people's house, and they tried to dig in me, and I say, my goodness, watch this right here. And listen, in that
okay.
Urban, ooh, Lord, that boy, when I tell you that's a tongue twisting twangler, I say that little tongue twisting twangler of an ass right there, he need.
Oh man, I have to rewind it back because that tongue twister of an ass, that's a first for me, and it is funny as hell. I've been caught a lot on these YouTube streets, man. I've been caught a lot, but not a tongue twister. Get up my ass. That's a first for me. That is a first for me, man. Man, woo.
You need to stop. I say this man, they come up with all kind of questions. Then he say, I didn't answer the question. I'm standing myself.
You did it.
Would you put that hand dog down? It's not even on the rocks. Would you please put down that hand dog? And I'm going to go back over there again.
So now she sit up here and said that I was drunk. Man, I was not even drinking on that panel. I was drinking water. The whole entire time I was doing that stream, I was drinking water. I didn't drink no alcohol or nothing like that. So what is she talking about?
This was a funny
To be
review.
honest with y'all, to be quite real with y'all, when I'm in my raw form, right? Once again, when I'm in my
raw
form,
Thrive.
I don't be drunk at all.
Thrive.
When I'm in my raw form, I'll be sober as hell. The one time I come over there, eat a buzz or whatever, if we just shooting the shits, you know what I'm saying? We just shooting the shits, so we just come up there and just doing silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Well, whenever I know I'm getting into a debate with a person, I'm drinking water. I'm definitely drinking water because that's when I'm being my raw form for real. I ain't lying. But damn.
And I know they're gonna say every time I come over there lighting a fire on their ass, and I do.
Wow. How many times? Wait a minute. How many times she been over there, SBK? Because she said every time she come over there, she be lighting the fire. Now I ain't never seen her over there, but has she been over there? How many times has she been over there? Lighting fires. Ain't no fire truck signs been on YouTube Street. Trying to put no fire out. Okay.
And the fire, I'm still trying to figure out when did that happen.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out when did that happen. When did she light a fire over here? When did she did something that was just so? Oh my God. So far, she's on the defense of my arm.
Urban is so funny
right
tonight.
Now. Her and Queen, they both on the defense of my argument right now. So I'll try to figure it out.
Goodness, they be getting me good. Now do y'all understand why I like my men only live? This is why.
She nuts.
Yes.
She is nuts.
What just happened? Did y'all see that? Y'all had to see that recording. Y'all had to see me streaming that recording just now.
Why would she do that? And nobody knew.
Bring Addie up for a few minutes.
That's crazy.
She's gonna bring this other girl up here, right?
She,
and they're gonna talk about absolutely
score,
nothing
she
for a whole,
is giving it
10 minutes.
She
and
giving
so I'm gonna fast forward all the way to after this.
And I come against it in the mighty name of Jesus. Every spell, every curse, I rebuke it in the mighty name of Jesus, and it will not reach my door.
So,
in the mighty name of Jesus.
Goodness, oh my goodness.
Oh, the devil is a lie.
Oh my damn goodness.
No, ma, I'll tell y'all later.
I can't believe how them people did me. And the thing of it is, I can't believe I don't even have nobody to talk about it with. I cannot believe I went over there and got treated like straight torment.
What the heck? What?
Wait a minute.
What line was she on?
Wait a minute. She said that she came over there and got treated like straight torment. What the hell?
How we did her?
What did old Urban do to you? Like, damn. Because the only one who had the conversation with you was me.
First of all, what we did was give you the whole show. What SPK did was gave you a voice, and it trumped everybody on that show. And if you notice, all of the... Now, see, I told y'all the gloves was off. What you noticed was all of the intellectuals and the oratories were quiet. And we let you talk. Because we were trying to analyze what you were saying to create a talking point. But we couldn't do it because it was a ball of confusion. I could not even hang on nothing that you said to co-sign on because nobody understood what the heck you were saying. Now let's be clear. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. The intellectuals was in the room. We were there. Hey, Vaughn.
SBK was moderating the show. So the SBK, he only just asked the question, but it was me who you was engaging with. So what old Urban do to you? Like, damn. That was that toxic. That was that horrible. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what the hell? Like, God damn. Oh, goodness. Lord.
Am I reading? Because I.
All right, let's continue, y'all.
They're gonna say, "Oh my goodness!" I can see them with them damn Twitter.
Nobody was tweeting about nothing that you said. Because what I did was rolled over and went. Wait a minute. Nobody was tapping or tweeting nothing that you said, because what I did was roll over and went to sleep from exhaustion, from mental exhaustion. That's what I did. Okay. Let me.
Here's the thing. I went over there one day and won the man over there, and the girl got mad at me. Then I go over.
Hey, I wanted to get this part because on this part she's talking about you, Vance, all right? So what she's gonna say is that she's gonna say that she came. Remember when she came over to the lounge, right? And she said that she won over the man. Said, "God, you mad?" All right, Vance. And so now she said that she went over to the SBK channel and did the opposite.
Wait, what you saying? She tweeted us? What you mean, Vaughn?
Oh, goodness.
What the heck is this woman doing? She tweeted us? For what? What do you mean?
Yeah, she got something to say about everybody, man. Everybody, damn.
This ain't gonna be good for her.
I won the girls over there.
This ain't gonna be good.
I said, man, the hell with all of that.
This ain't gonna be good for her.
Damn business. If a man
who's mad?
I don't give a damn what your mammy's mama name is and what they
like
say.
On Twitter,
it's all about an
girl
individual.
lies.
Now, if you want to be more specific, like
heck?
I said, it's an individual.
Oh, she clout chasing.
But I know both sides of it. I can't help it because I done met more.
I know that's right, Scorpio Mama, and we gonna put some fasting and prayer on it.
I meet them black, white, Sopanese, Blackanese, Chinese. I don't give a damn. I done came in contact with so many different people until I know women of other color and other race.
We all know women of other colors.
They just don't. The other countries a lot of the times just.
Welcome to the 100-degree swim test.
Oh my God, Urban.
A lot of the times just aren't as abrupt as Americans are. And then white women might not be as abrupt and aggressive as black women are. But that don't mean everybody ain't going through something just because you got a different race or something.
It better not be. It better not be not one negative word about me.
Do you not understand why I say the things that I say? Do you understand why I say that women are way more egotistical than men? Do y'all understand that?
I disagree.
This is the case in point right here that I talk about all the time. It's like, hey, women are way more egotistical than men. No, we not, Urban. We're not more egotistical than y'all. It's y'all who are more egotistical. And this all came because I challenged her talking point, and she couldn't want to win this debate, and so therefore, she decided to go on her channel and try to.
Vaughn, please don't tell me I must have did, because I had fell asleep. I didn't listen to it all the way. I want to know what you got to say about me, and it better not be a lie. That's all I'm gonna say. What's her name? Somebody.
What challenge them on something, right?
Read the chat. We had. Thank you, thank you, Vaughn. Because see, people. First of all, the
attached, right?
This is
where they end up playing the victim role. It's your fault. You did something to me. Case in point with her, because the sad part about this is that she literally, this is not just content to her. She literally believed that I did something to her for real, like for real, for real. Once again, she literally believed that I have done something to her emotionally. For a panel she chose to be a part of. And then
she could have just got down
on the show. I never attacked her. I never called her out her name or anything like that. I just only challenged her talking point. That was it. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm glad you weren't there either, Score.
Unless I'm missing something.
I would have had to get on a plane.
For some reason, they didn't feel like I answered the question. I'm like, damn, how many panels I'm going to go on and y'all want me to answer what y'all want me to answer?
First of all, that's a dead giveaway right there. You said how many panels you got to get on to answer how you, because you don't answer questions. Okay? That's the answer. You answered it within yourself. You need to get on a couple of more so you can train yourself to answer questions. Get on all the panels that you need to get on to train yourself. Because when you on a panel with a group of other people, first of all, you got to learn how to catch the ball. You throw the ball, you catch it, say what you got to say, then you throw it back to me and I say what I got to say. And then you stay on topic, which I know I'm learning. I know I get off topic a lot. I said that before. I'm learning. You understand what I'm saying? If everybody is telling you from different various areas and contents, you the common denominator, it's you. It ain't them, it ain't us, it's you. If everybody telling you the same thing, then you need to listen.
Damn, you're going on people's show. If the show have a decorum, then you have to follow the decorum. Period. That's how the way it works.
Right.
If you go on a person's show, you have to follow the decorum. You can't sit up here and make the show be about you or try to talk about stuff that you want to talk about. The only exception to that rule, if that content creator allow that open-ended conversation like that.
Right.
That's one exception. But other than that, or if we're talking about a certain type of topic, you have to follow that decorum.
Right, Vaughn.
I do it all the time when I go on people's show. Hell, case in point. Do y'all know that I had went on her show, right? I went on her show, and she was talking about in that episode of her show, and this one I had met her, right? On her show, she was talking about that old ghetto statue that they built at Times Square, right? And guess what? I got on her show, got on her panel, and I was talking exactly about what she was talking about, the statue at Times Square. I didn't try to change her topic to try to talk about stuff that I want to talk about. I stick to the decorum, what she was talking about.
Right.
Period. So why does she believe that she could go on to other people who are on panels and just talk about whatever she want to talk about or literally try to take over the show?
And did.
That ain't how that works.
And tried to.
And then both of them was wrong. Oh, you answered the question, it was general. But you asking me a general ass question.
No, it was a direct question.
Yes. I'm glad that you understand that. Yes. I asked you a general question.
I don't feel like it was general. I feel like it was
maybe
no
woulda, shoulda. It's either.
I feel like it wasn't an open-ended question, even though he said that once before that it was an open-ended question. It was not. When you answer a question, and I'm an educator, y'all. Come on now. When you answer a question, how? That's an open-ended. When you lead a question saying, how did you know how did you know the circle was round? That's an open-ended question. Okay. Is a circle round? That's a direct question.
Yes or no. Yes, you agree. No, you don't agree. It's just simple. I don't know what's so hard about that. I don't know what's so hard about that.
Stage, I was very specific. Are you talking because this is your personal views? I asked that question off the top. I knew it was going to go down there road. I said, man, y'all better be glad I'm more mental than y'all ass. And then I said, but I
you more mental.
Earlier,
okay, I really need to change.
Asking me personally, this is my answer.
I really need to change my name. I'm scared to go out and change my name because I don't know if I'm. But my name is Dr. Clayleen Bright. Doctor, as in doctorate. Let's carry on.
I specifically told her the criteria of the question. I couldn't make it no more.
Boss said she already
it's well too. It could have been no more clear than that. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
But you're asking me, but I also know how you got the answer in your general ass lies way, but I can't answer like that. And then they gonna say, "Oh, do a man fear commitment or do they?"
I'm starting to feel like she don't even understand what that means. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Urban.
Get some chips. And then, oh, Queen, I'm rattling my damn bag.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Okay.
Hold up, y'all. Y'all ready for this ride I'm about to give her? Hold on. I just spit out my drink. Hold on, y'all. Here we go.
This first girl to get into the talking point about Queen to Queen. Okay, so since she's getting ready to get into that right, we're going to get back to the video where her and Queen start going back and forth at it. You know what I'm saying? And to be quite honest with you, I have no earthly idea why she wanted to do it back and forth with Queen when Queen was all along agreeing with her. I don't know. It was so weird. But let's get back to this real quick. Hear what you got to say about this. Oh Lord, man.
Okay. Now you want us to believe that. Listen, if you're asking, that's why I asked you the question when I first sat down. I said, "Are you speaking in particular?" If you're talking to me directly, I don't want a man that don't provide. But that does not answer that question for every woman, especially when I know women that live this type of lifestyle, just like I know men that live this type of lifestyle. So you can say general if you want, but you can ask us on the stage that question, and then you can go in the panel, go on in the chat and ask them. But you can't say that for all women because it's not true. Just like I can't say that about all men. That's why we have housewives and housemen.
Okay, let's switch gears here. We got the poll, the last poll that was up, and the poll we put up was. And I want you guys to give you guys the answer. If you didn't vote on the panel, I want you guys to give your answer here.
So SBK, he tried to just switch it because she wasn't making no sense, right? So SBK, like, well, maybe I could refocus her on a different topic. I saw what you was doing, SBK. That joke was funny. It was funny than a mug. Oh, God.
And we went ahead and ended that poll. But the first poll that I put up in the chat was, are modern women still interested in marriage? And 43% of people in the chat said yes, definitely. 30% says only on their terms. 20% says not fully. And 6% says marriage is outdated. All right, so what say you guys? Are modern women still interested in marriage? What say you guys?
Yeah, I'm absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
Okay.
Because marriage, because well, for me, I want to speak for me. I consider myself a modern woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm career driven. I've been independent the majority of my life. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of myself. I've been working since I was 14 years old and have not missed a year working other than sickness. You know what I'm saying? But your career and being modern and understanding that society changes and statuses changes and definitions of marriage and all of that and responsibility changes. It's companionship addresses the emotional part of me. Having someone walk through life addresses a certain part of me. To me, it has nothing to do with my career. That's a whole separate side of me, and I want that need addressed. I want companionship. I want a mate. I want a husband.
I feel like, yeah, that was a direct question. But what she's been doing is attacking how you all have been asking the question instead of answering the question. Because everybody has a personal opinion of whatever phrase or thing you ask them. If you're sitting there having a conversation, you're going to develop a personal opinion about what's going on. But for some reason, she couldn't get past the way y'all was answering the question. Do you understand what I'm saying? That didn't make sense to me.
I feel like you can have both. So I'm a modern woman, but yeah, I most definitely think that marriage is still prevalent.
Okay. With that being said, I want to play this, and I want people in chat. I want you guys in the on the panel to react to this. And this is a very famous clip that Urban, I think you've gone over before, but I've wanted people in my chat to go to give their opinion about this. I want you guys to react to this. All right.
Hey, Gertrude, I said nothing but love your way.
What's wrong with this generation today?
You deserve it.
These young boys today, what do she bring to the table? The hell you?
Hey, Lionel, Constance is killing you in the chat right now, bro. What are you doing? Constance is defeating you on the boards right now. Hey, if you click on that box, you see why you number 2, Lionel. hey, Lionel. Hey, I need you to do better, bro. I need you to do better. I'm holding you accountable.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat afterwards so we can discuss those that were there. Okay. It's already in there, but let's wait till you get done.
Let's go back to this. To be honest with you, I really don't want to watch this part because it's not bringing context to what we're talking about.
I want to question a woman when they didn't bring the other half.
So that being
one behind every man is a strong woman. If he got a strong woman, and if you're a man in front of that woman, she got her one of them.
Okay, so with that being said, I want to ask you guys in the chat, and I want to ask you guys on the panel.
Wait,
2025.
it sounds like when he said that, SBK sounded totally drained at that point. He sounded so. When he said, "I'm gonna put the link in the chat," he sounded totally drained. Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, I think all of us was. Oh my God!
It depends on who you're talking to and what relationship.
So instead of answering the question directly, it always goes to maybe, sometimes, or it depends.
At Planet Fitness, there's a number.
One day I'm gonna be monetized, and I'm gonna have these commercials too.
Goes to maybe, sometimes, or it depends. Every single time. Maybe, sometimes, or it depends. Instead of just saying, hey, men or women.
Relationship, what house you in?
And keep in mind that this question is another general question.
Right.
We're not talking about the anomalies where you're like, well, do you know that there are some men who are not working right now? Well, there are some women that are not working right now. We're not talking about that. We're talking about in general.
Right.
Who brings more to the table, the man or the woman?
Because again, you might be in a house where the man is the main provider. Then you might
be
in a house where the woman is the main provider. So it depends on what house you're referring to.
What house you in? Right.
So I'm just going to generalize my statement. And you may agree, you may disagree. Just listen to Steve Harvey. He is speaking out of the context of the things that have influenced his life. You understand what I'm saying? He's speaking from his generation. And for the most part, they sound real good. You know what I'm saying? The man is the provider. He's a protector. That sounds real good. And yeah, that's all good. And we love that. We love to hear that. But I want us to kind of step forward a little bit to 2025. In this economy, realistically, it's going to take, and we both going to have 2 jobs. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a sad commentary. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But in this economy, it's unless you got an extremely great job, you know what I'm saying? With both the breadwinners, we are both contributing some kind of way. Yeah, historically, the man has been the provider. You know what I'm saying? But being a priest of your household and being a provider, to me, is two different things. You understand what I'm saying? I can work a full-time job and be an entrepreneur, and my husband work and be an entrepreneur, and he still run the household. I don't feel like I don't one up him, or we got to be equal. No, I know how to be submissive to my husband. And I know that don't sound good to some women ears. You understand what I'm saying? But I know that my husband is the priest of my household if he's running it correctly. I can follow him. You understand what I'm saying? I can even make more money than my husband and still understand that he's the priest of the household.
Better let him know.
You understand what I'm saying? I want to see him go in there and cook his dinner, bring his food, and rub his shit. Because I know my place.
You better tell him. All women aren't the same, and that's where the problem come in there. Because men, I'm finding they are getting in a place where they're generalizing all women in the same boat, and women are doing the same thing too. We are both generalizing each other. Why? Because maybe we have.
I can tell. I can tell.
So
SBK, I could tell that you was getting frustrated because I'm like, SBK demeanor it was slowly breaking down. It was slowly breaking down because he is a very good host. Very respectable of everybody's opinion, very patient. But he had asked the questions in so many different ways because we were trying to get something from her. You know what I'm saying? Something.
We're going to continue to downplay. But anybody up here on the stage found somebody that fit them? Because if you found somebody that fit you, then you can't generalize all women.
But that wasn't the question.
For the women, but the one you have now, if they're treating you the way you want to be treated, how can they still be in the same boat? I think it.
Hey,
and
man,
then she was
to be
like
honest
bringing
with
this
y'all,
vibrato
this
of aggression.
man,
You know,
I'm
I
telling
didn't
you.
get it. I was like, whoa.
I hope y'all was paying attention to how the way I was looking throughout this whole exchange. So I was looking like, man, that's bullshit. Like, all right, come on now, you know, all right, you know, that's bullshit.
I think it depends on your house and what you're looking for.
So, so first of all, I want to let Queen, not you, D, but Queen the Queen. I want to let Queen the Queen know that I totally disagree that you're a modern day woman because you don't resemble the behavior of a modern day woman. You resemble the behavior.
So what, Urban?
You resemble the behavior of a traditional woman. You resemble the behavior of a traditional woman. All right, modern day women do not do the stuff that you're doing. Trust me.
Like I said, I'm both.
They do not do that. Trust me. Now to answer this question about who brings to the table, this is originally a red pill talking point. All right. So the whole idea of this conversation is to challenge the women.
Listen,
right?
Urban was putting all of his syllables, his consonants, and his vowels together so that he could be as articulate as possible. And the lady still did not understand. I can hear Urban just trying to think what descriptive word could I say? It was still a no-go. It was still a no-go.
Other women, they let them know that the only thing that they bring to the table is their bodies. So
yes, it is, Sport.
Honestly, admit to that. No, they work. They're career-driven women and everything, but they say that the only thing that they want to bring to the table is their bodies, and that's it. They want to. They want to have the ability to. They want to have the ability.
So that's when I broke down. You know what I'm saying? Normally I'm articulate when I'm going back and forth with Urban. But we were so drained. He was talking. I'm like, that's not a woman. That's a whore. I just broke down. Excuse my vernacular, but you got to understand. You had to be there. Okay, y'all had to be there. Okay.
Look, if I was that type of dude, if anything, I'll be the one who was saying that I was being victimized on that panel. The moment when I started saying and talking about modern women, that's when immediately they started cutting me off. Like,
oh, you was there? Ron, you was there. Oh, God. Oh. I'm so tired of Urban.
That's when immediately they started cutting me off. Like, it ain't nothing. They would not allow me to land my plane or nothing like that.
I was sipping pina coladas.
Wow,
that sounds like a virgin pina colada. Sound good.
Your boy pushed through all of that, man. I did. I really did.
That was funny.
I said, SBK do not look happy. Now SBK got that. That's bullshit. That's what he got going on right now. That's bullshit.
What'd you say, Bob?
SBK was going to.
I can honestly say Mr. Lounge was a victim of his own action.
Hey, I'm gonna tell him that y'all said it too. But now, if anything, that was gonna be off. So wouldn't even let me land my plane. But hey, I pushed through it. So, but look, I'm not sitting here being a victim or anything like that because I know it's a part of it. To hold on to their money while they spend the man money. All right, they want to have the ability to have all the benefits of being in a relationship, but not the responsibility of it.
Amazing.
Okay, Urban. Sandra says here a good question. She says, "What's a modern day woman to Urban?"
I was going to ask him in tradition to traditional.
Yeah. So the difference between modern women and traditional women is this: modern women they follow the modern day feminist movement, which we're currently in the fifth wave of the feminist movement right now. Feminism teaches women that it's okay to not only be empowered, but it's also okay for you to literally put yourself into a position where you're over the man.
No, it's not.
So you can do all these things where you
No, it's not.
go out and get degrees and have a career to be higher in the hierarchy of the social status. All right, why emasculate the men?
There's men out there that like
so you got a degree.
I don't understand why they're giving me pushback on this neither, because I already told Queen that she's not a modern woman.
And don't nobody care what you already told Queen.
So this don't even apply to you at all. But then again, she did declare that she is a modern woman after I told her she wasn't. But
I don't care what you telling me, Arvin.
But the other Queen D, she does at this point, she just wanted to push back on me because I've been pushing back on her throughout this whole conversation, which, as I started in the beginning, she the one who started it. All right. So hey, if you put your hand on the fire, you got to learn how to take it. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying.
That's right.
You're emasculating the man because you really got a degree.
No. See, that y'all. No. Listen, it don't. No. See, this way, what you're giving.
So when I said that. When I said, so you emasculating a man because you went and got a degree, that triggered the heck out of her. And so she took off on that and lost track of the question. You understand what I'm saying? That joke was her. I didn't notice it. I had triggered her. I was like, oh, when I said that, I'm like, oh man, she about to go down another rabbit hole. Her own rabbit hole. That's what I was saying.
One question and then giving a whole nother answer. A woman that want to get a degree or a woman that want to look good.
Arvin never said that. I did.
That's because y'all not letting me finish my statement.
Who help me, God?
That one question. See, you saying one thing, but then when you say one thing, there's commas behind it or there's a period. But if you're saying what the difference is, I will be able to understand that. But you giving us the difference, the answers, and then you adding other things to it.
Jesus.
Yes, the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm giving context to what it is. I have to explain it, and I have to land my plane.
Right? Did you hear Arvin?
Get understanding.
Arvin, like, please, ma'am, please. I'll be like, please, I got to land my plane, please. Oh my God. This is the funniest line. I mean, this is the funniest review Urban has ever done. Listen, he like, ma'am, please. I need to land my plane. You won't let me land. You won't let me land.
I'm not trying to interrupt.
I have laughed today.
It's almost like we asked for two definitions and you giving us the definition of 5 words.
What?
What? I'll give you 2 definitions.
Oh God.
I gave you the exact definition what a
when I tell you I'm about to scream, it's a laugh at me. I'm trying to.
The point is
that
they
Jesus
didn't
help me.
agree to it. So this is where it comes
from. Said 5 words.
Y'all over here in the lounge by listening to understand.
I messed up on the comments. Jesus.
To defend or rebut the situation. All right?
Oh Jesus.
That's why I was telling them, like, hey, y'all got to allow me to land my plane first. Y'all have to allow me to explain myself. So y'all can understand exactly where I'm coming from. And then, if you don't understand it, then ask me. Like, hey, you said this, that, and that, Urban. Could you expound on that so I can get an understanding?
He using them big words tonight. You hear me?
That's why.
That's like the third big word I've heard lost.
Whenever they say something,
that's how I know he was railed up.
I asked her, like, hey,
look,
I said this, so could you explain this to me what you mean? But once again, people do that is because they are listening to defend instead of listening to understand. I'm just saying.
I stopped talking.
So it takes it further to make you say, wait a minute, but you got to go back to this right here because we're asking you those too.
What? What two?
To be respectable about it, the actual question that was put on the table was, what is a modern woman.
Right.
She wanted me to answer 2 questions, which is a modern woman and which is a traditional woman. I already gave an example what is a traditional woman. So check this out. If I already said that everything that Queen
he didn't even
said
step in
about herself isn't a modern day woman, then common sense will let you know that the opposite is of a traditional woman. Common sense. So you don't need no definition on that. But once again, when you don't listen to understand, then
don't go back. Urban, don't go. I know it is kind of affecting me a little bit.
Of other words instead of just those 2.
But this is hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it there. You go, bro. All right, so
he was done. Then Urban was like, "Time out." That's it.
Y'all are explaining your points or articulating your point. Do you notice that I don't interrupt you at all? Period. I listen to understand. No matter how long it takes for you to get there, I allow you the opportunity to get there. Correct.
Wait, did y'all hear the shakiness in his voice? Because she was wearing him down. You understand what I'm saying? She was wearing him down. And he was like, he ended it with correct. Don't I let you run your mouth for the whole show? Correct. I don't interrupt you. Oh my God, this is hilarious, Urban.
Why I do that is because once again I listen to understand. All right, I don't listen to defend.
At apartments.com, landlords.
Urban, you don't have to keep letting people know you monetize with these commercials, okay?
Yeah, I listen to understand. All right, I don't listen to defend anything. Okay.
Trump
I don't think it's a defense.
Go ahead, SBK.
He was done.
I tell you, man, just like what Kevin Summers
was
said,
done.
I can't make this shit up.
He was done with this woman. He said, "Go ahead, SBK." He's like, "Go ahead, SBK."
You can't, man. You can't. Oh man.
He was done. Urban was like, "Go ahead."
I'm raised up with all men, so I don't have a side like that. Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and finish what you got. Go ahead, bro.
No, that's it.
Okay. So Lionel, you got anything to say, bro?
Oh my God, that was a cry for help.
Urban said, honestly.
Wait.
What'd you say?
Hey, Lionel was chilling that night. He like, you know what, bro? Lionel like, you know what, bro? You got it. Lionel like, man, I'm finna just chill out and just do what I do, man. Urban, you got it. Now,
Scorpion, shut up.
You need for me to tag in, Urban, I'm here. But other than that, you got it, bro. You got it.
I would have said a lot of what Urban said, honestly.
I got you. There's another poll in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. There's another poll in the chat. I want you guys to check it out and vote. All right? I want you guys to check it out and vote. Here's the question. It says, who has higher standards today? Who has higher standards, the men or the women? Men or women, both or neither?
Here he go again, another attempt.
Both. It depends on who you.
She said both. Look. Here go Urban. Wait, y'all stop commenting for a minute because I keep losing the space. Wait, stop. Everybody cease commenting for 1 second. So I won't lose my space on the comments. SBK, keep throwing these polls out here so he can change energy from the last question because it was so all over the place. Here he go again, right? And this heifer said both. And that's what I think that was it for him. That was it for him.
You keep saying that.
Okay, y'all comment now.
I ain't saying that the whole time.
So in other words, Queen D, she's been very disingenuous. Okay, that's what SBK was trying to say. She being very disingenuous. All right, but let's continue.
Whole time, who you talking to?
It does.
Women have higher standards though. I'm cool though.
No, listen. It depends.
And listen to what I say. I say women. Women have higher standards. I didn't go into no details. I gave a straight statement of my stance on it. Women, It's women. More none less. And I did that for a reason too, by the way.
Oh my God.
Because I did that because she was making the claim that it was taking all day for me to land my plane. I'm like, okay, we can keep it simple. We'll play this game. So I'm just going to simply just make my point. And I'm going to let you have it. And that's what I did. And look how I'm looking too, like, go ahead. Now, look how long it's going to take for her to respond to this.
Yeah.
It depends on who you're talking to, because listen, I have one brother.
She need to advocate for the pins,
just like whatever.
underwear.
And then I have another two brothers whose standards are to the roof. And then as a woman, I have friends who I know, even cousins, whose standards is just ridiculous to me. But then I know a lot of women because I travel a lot and I'm an advocate and I deal with a lot of people on different levels. And I deal with a lot of women that have higher standards. So maybe I'm going to be a difference in this because I feel you got to ask that question to an individual person because I know.
But he did. You are individual.
Mm-hmm. So women have a higher standard because they have a higher expectation of us as men to be protectors and providers to them. Now, right after it, right, I'm like, okay. And so I gave a response. Now, my response is not me attacking her or anything like that. Now she's getting mad because she know that she's entertaining her audience and she's literally losing this argument. So at this point, her ego is kicking into overdrive. She's like, man, that's
shut up.
And then when I responded back to her, I responded to her back with something simple. Because once again, she simply told me, oh, it's taking all day for you to learn your playing. You said all this.
I'm going to open up the panel
I'll play your game
in a
you.
minute.
There's no problem. Because once again, I was just doing that just to give you context. But since you want me to give you context, I'm just going to be straightforward with you now. We could play this game. We could most definitely play this game. That's what I did.
It's up with all men, so I don't have a side like that. Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and finish what you got. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. No.
This generation, two brothers.
Well, let's talk about it.
That's because said land the plane.
What man are you talking to?
Now, Queen, you being very, you keep saying that. You've been saying that the whole time. It depends on who you talking to.
It does.
Women have higher standards though from too though.
No, listen, it depends on who you're talking to because listen, I have one brother. To me, his standards is just like whatever. And then I have another two brothers whose standards are to the roof.
Let me tell you the story of how my father almost ruined my vacation and how Hilton saved it. So my dad is the best, but he's not exactly
roof. And then as a woman, I have friends who I know, even cousins, whose standards is just ridiculous to me. But then I know a lot of women because I travel a lot and I'm an advocate and I deal with a lot of people on different levels. And I deal with a lot of women that have higher standards. So maybe I'm going to be a difference in this because I feel you got to ask that question to an individual person because I know both on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
So women have a higher
standard
because they have a higher expectation of us as men to be protectors and providers to them.
Is that like the women that you dealt with?
No, I'm talking about.
Now she pissed off.
Why did you laugh, Queen to Queen?
I am laughing.
And look, and to say, look, the reason why Queen to Queen is laughing because Queen to Queen has been in debates with me too, right? A matter of fact, this is why all y'all been in debates with me. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know, y'all know how I am. And so Queen to Queen laughing because she like. This woman just don't know.
No, that's not why I was laughing.
Just don't know what she done got herself in.
That's not why I was laughing. I was laughing because this woman has said it depends so much that I couldn't believe it. It was like, is she serious? You understand? Because you too busy trying to rationalize your thoughts instead of just answering the question. And I was halfway tired. And when she said, when it came out again, I just had to laugh. I was laughing at her. That's all it was. I couldn't believe it.
Too.
Because you standing 10 toes down on this individual custom made. I get what SBK is saying. You just want to generalize ballpark, answer. I get it. And I was really thinking while Urban was speaking. I was thinking, just kind of taking a snapshot of society and where we at right now. And I'm sorry to say this, but the standard to me in this generation, I'm not talking about our generation. I'm talking about this generation right now. The standards on both sides is trash. I'm sorry. I said it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. It's like, why you skip the whole generation and let these poor children right now out in the cold?
See, SBK, it ain't that I'm just giving that. Listen.
Queen.
Yes.
Now, every time I've gone on your panel, you said, hey, SBK, I want you to be direct. I want you to be blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Okay, now look, I think that you're being kind of vague. You're being kind of busy, Queen.
No, she's being disingenuous in this conversation. She is.
Ask me something directly. When you ask a general question like that,
it is direct. It is direct.
It was like pulling teeth.
You got to look at what's going on around you, personal experience, the whole 9 yards.
Those are my personal experiences. For me directly, I can tell you with the people that I'm around now, I'm around people where their standards are a lot lower, and I'm gonna.
She said higher the other day.
If you're asking that,
I got confused. She said higher a few minutes ago. Now she's saying are low.
Then for me, I'm gonna say the men that I have met, they're not up to my standards.
So let me say this.
He didn't ask if they were up to your standards. He said who has the higher standard.
What happened to me? Now, I was in a relationship once, and to me, I was very, I paid attention to his needs and his wants. You know what I'm saying? I would watch him from afar, metaphorically, to see, how I can add to his life. And I ain't gaslighting y'all. I'm for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I love this dude. It was a serious relationship. You know what I'm saying? We were engaged. And it kind of drug on and kept drugging on. The relationship kept dragging on. And I didn't lose my consistency with this dude. I didn't beg him for no money. I took care of myself. You know what I'm saying? We did buy gifts, for each other. Our families got close to each other. You know what I'm saying? It was really hot and heavy and everything. And so we just had a come to Jesus type of moment where we just laid everything on the table. And I asked him, why are you procrastinating and and taking this to the next level? Because we had decided that this is what we wanted to do. But it seemed to kind of slow down. You know what he told me? And I respected him for his honesty. He said, I'm trying to see if you are good enough for me. I didn't cheat on this man. I catered to this man, overly catered to this man. But it was something about me, and I don't charge, and I didn't feel, no kind of way. It was something about me or in me or in my character that he felt didn't meet his standards. Now, we got a best of them now. But it just didn't work out for him. He was honest with me.
Okay, with that being said, guys, I want you guys to answer this, okay? Are higher standards the reason why men aren't pursuing women these days? Lionel and what do you think?
I say unrealistic expectations for the reason why men are pursuing women, because they set such a high standard to a point to where we can't even reach it even if we try.
What standards have you heard women put that's too high for a man? Give me one of them.
Okay.
They want a man to make 6 figures. That's unrealistic because that's only 1%.
You've been watching on Kendra G. Because
that's what they.
Come on now.
That's the consensus of a lot of women who are saying that. Hold on. How are you going to tell me, give you one example right there? You all of a sudden like, no, that can't be true.
This is crazy.
What I'm telling you it is. Now, keep in mind, y'all, that she's saying that Urban is attacking her. That Urban's attacking her. Urban is doing all these things. Urban is the bad old boogeyman. As she went over to her channel and reacted to this. Okay.
This is crazy.
I had to make that joke because I've heard a lot of that with this Kendra G. But in my regular life, that's not even a question that we even talk about. But I've heard a lot of that on Kendra G though. In the regular dating, Urban, have women told you that? Oh, I'll date you if you have sex.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I was in the dating market, I had plenty of women who told me that. The very first thing that we talk about before we go even further is how much I make. Kid you not.
And I think that's inappropriate.
I think that's inappropriate.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The society now is modern. It's different.
See,
it's different than how it's
different. That's the reason why I'm challenging y'all on this, because I understand that y'all looking at things from y'all personal anecdotal experience, which is nothing wrong with that. I never said there was nothing wrong with y'all doing that, but what I'm trying to get y'all to understand that this is a whole new social norm. Oh Lord Jesus, Vonsta came on the live. Vonsta pulled up that Von say, you know what? I'm finna come up here with Mr. Lounge, and we finna have thought-provoking conversation as well, too.
Don't be coming for my Vons. Don't you be coming for my Vons.
This is a whole new ideology, what women are doing right now in this current moment.
And the thing of it is, you said, yes, that's something in our own personal experience, but that's the only thing that we can give you.
Oh my God.
Experience, because if you didn't talk to someone or you weren't around someone having those conversations, what else?
Yes, Vons got tagged in.
But I get it in both areas. I get it in that experience and with people I meet on day-to-day, like business as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's personal experience, period.
I did not understand that.
I got a question about...
Now Lina want to speak.
Y'all general consensus on things. I'm listening to y'all, and it's kind of weird to me because I know for a fact that a lot of people don't know someone who has tetrachromacy, which is the ability to see more than 100 times the colors and average.
This was hilarious. This part of this review was hilarious.
Person.
Hey, bro, Lina, when you start talking about tetrachromacy, bro, and they looked as confused as hell, bro. I
wasn't confused.
Man, say I was laughing like I ain't nothing in my head. I like, but I got to stay firm because I'm debating right now. But in my head, I was cracking on that. I
wasn't confused.
This fool real physical debate about tetrachromacy, about color spectrum. And they looked confused as hell. Like,
I wasn't confused. How we looked? You couldn't even see me. You must have been talking about her.
I'm like, Lionel.
Person considered. That is a small minority of people. Most people are going to see one spectrum. They're going to see red. Red is red. Maybe they're going to see a couple of other colors.
Urban is stupid.
But they're not operating on that
Thank
level.
you, SBK.
So we're going to create a general consensus on what colors are and what the standard spectrum of colors are. We're not sitting here arguing against that, because that is the general.
What I was doing was rolling my eyes. I was like, come on, it is too late to be talking about something so intricate. That's what I was thinking to myself.
Situation. Why are we so quick to personalize it when there are general consensus for us to operate on?
So if someone asks you that question, how else are you going to get an answer? You're not going to get an answer because you flew around the world.
What? Me and him both laughing. Jesus.
Hey, the reason why I'm laughing, y'all.
God, my head is hurting. That joke is hilarious. I was like, what the hell did you just say?
Hey, the reason why I'm laughing is not what she said, right?
Oh, Jesus, help me,
But the
God.
reason why I'm laughing is her response proves that she didn't have no earthly ass idea what Lida was talking about.
None.
Oh,
I was like a plane.
So once again, this is proven. This woman right here is
Oh,
proving
God.
the things that I tell y'all all the time
A
over here
plane.
about women and their egos, okay? It's proven that.
Oh, my
In real
God.
time about women and their egos. It's literally proven that.
Shut up, Scorpion.
Woman that simply said, you know what, Lionel, I have no idea what techno currency is. Could you explain that to me?
That nigga
Instead of simply
gotta call
saying
Lord
that,
forgive me.
she's
She's
like,
like,
you flew
a
around the
plane.
world and I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
Just be quiet. Did you see me? I was like, I was over it.
Ass.
At that point, I was over it.
That's all she had to do.
I'm stupid.
Lord Jesus.
Don't get an answer because those are the people that you've dealt with, or those are the things that you.
And she kept going. She kept
How
going.
would that not be on a personal level? You ain't on the radio show getting those answers, or people not emailing you around the world. So how else would you get someone's answer? So I don't understand how would it be general, especially if you deal with those different people. But if that's why I'm asking a question specifically,
I couldn't
then
take
I would
it.
understand those questions. But when you're generalizing it, I'm gonna give you.
Lionel came in within the clutch and threw that curveball.
I don't understand why is it general when one of us asked.
And had her babbling. She was rambling at this point. She was rambling at this point. Urban came in and threw that underhand cut. Pow! Shook her up. She didn't know what to say. She went to talk about planes and emails. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then he went right back on mute. Urban said, look, Lida said, look, I know what to do. He came in, did what he had to do, and come on out.
Your answer. That's not a general answer for most men.
Oh, help me, God.
Or is those personal answers that you've been going through, like I asked you, Urban? Did you go through this specifically?
Because she was 50 years old.
Specifically.
What?
Now, Queen, I already told you this. I already told you that I answer both on my personal experience and generalization based on what everybody is saying.
And that's what I was
just like what Lionel was giving an example earlier about the one color spectrum, right?
She said I was going to be her little goddaughter.
And I did this intentionally too.
Oh, not over here.
To explain to this woman that Lionel was talking about the color spectrum, because she still had no idea what he was talking about.
Stay away from her.
So that's why I said what I said.
You hear me?
We go outside right now. Majority of us is going to say that the sky is blue unless they have some type of genetic mutation to make them see that it's different. But the overall consistency is the sky is blue, and we're going to agree to that. Okay, same thing in this situation. When I told you earlier that hey, women want men to be protectors and providers. Man, look, I literally gave her a
I promise you right now, Urban. Everybody just stop unsubscribe for him so we can enjoy this in peace.
I literally gave her a scapegoat for real. I literally did. I like, look, I know that you didn't understand what Lionel said, but it's okay. I'm going to explain it to you in layman's terms where you can get this, okay?
Thank you, Urban.
And she still didn't understand it at all.
He is wrong. Did y'all hear me talking?
Oh,
I was quiet the whole time because I was like, I'm done.
At this point, this is where she got frustrated at. She got frustrated because now Lionel is talking to her about something that she had no idea what it means.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's feeling bad about it, right? She's feeling bad about it, and now it's affecting her ego.
Right. Now, I agree with him on that.
All she had to do is ask. That's all she had to do. That is the overall thing what every woman say. As a matter of fact, every woman been brought up to think this way through social norms or whatever the case may be. Correct? Same thing with the men. Let me finish. Same thing with the men as well too. Every man on this panel and on the chat right now, they would literally say that they've been brought up to find a woman to give them peace. Every man will agree to that.
So is that generalizing?
Absolutely is.
Oh my God.
And you giving that off of your personal opinion, and these are the men you talking to. So I don't understand when we answer a question, why is those answers not accepted? Because it doesn't have anything to me. It's not every woman is it's me. So the time when you talk about every man, all the men say this, all the men say that, but you specifically,
she sounded like my brother a little bit.
Encounter. So then you'll be giving what happens to you instead of all men, because all men not talking.
Because he analyzes a lot.
Well, actually, it's men in the chat right now that be agreeing to what I've been saying. So
tell them to come on.
But check this.
I wanted to take a shot.
Now she said, well, tell them to come up here. Tell them to come up here. When I literally debunked that, like, yeah, there's a lot of men that been agreeing with me, including SBK. So it was some women that was agreeing as well too. So there's that.
In the chat.
But check this out though. Once again, I share my personal anecdotal experience, and I give a generation.
Did he turn his camera? No, SBK still had his camera on.
With you, D, and unfortunately with Queen as well too. Y'all don't give a general statement. Y'all give one your personal statement, or you say you give like a neutral response behind it, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Ask me something specific. Give me one question.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though.
Can't be asking y'all some very. He been asking for some very specific questions.
Give me an example of you. My answer. Give me an example, because if I did it that much, give me an example of me doing it, and not.
We've been saying it all night long. I don't know how many times we got to say it, but
answering the question, or maybe not answering it how you want to hear it as a man.
Well, I think a generalization is.
What does his manhood have to do with anything?
It depends on the person. You know,
give me the question.
I mean, every question I've asked, you know what I mean?
Give me the question. So if I answered you, what made it general other than my...
So I'm
done, y'all. I'm starting to get tired.
This is the moment where she feel like that she's being attacked. Okay? Now keep in mind that this is something that she chose to do. This is something she decided to come on this panel and have this conversation.
Oh, what's up, Urban?
Also keep in mind that me and SBK, we are being...
Yeah, my bad.
No, you good. You almost done, but I really want to kind of talk about this after we get done playing this. Urban, man, I was laughing so hard at this review. I was screaming. And then I think I kind of fell off asleep, towards the end or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about it. Hold on 1 second. I want to finish this for 1 second, Urban, okay? You almost done, okay?
I'll be quiet. I'm chilling.
Okay. All right.
Or anything. We're not personally attacking her. We're not attacking her appearance. We're not attacking, how the way she talk. We're not attacking nothing like that. The only thing we're doing is literally attacking her talking point. It doesn't nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
Then my answer.
Because every answer you gave was like.
So give me one of the answers. Correct. Give me one of the answers that were not befitting to you is my question. How about that?
That's the answer you gave.
No, give me the question. You said I gave you the answer.
Lionel, shut up.
I'm trying to understand which question was it you didn't get an answer to.
The last question I gave was, were high standards the reason why fellas aren't pursuing?
But we never answered your question. I didn't never answer that question.
Well, I answered it. I gave a personal experience. You know what I'm saying? Of an encounter that I had. It didn't cause me to think that all men thought like that, but that one specific man did.
Okay.
Hey, Alice, I said nothing but love your way. Yeah, she was very loquacious that night. I learned that word from my pastor, loquacious.
I've been up here, and then we got my sis, big sis just came up. Bonds came up first.
All right, so Vaughn said she don't want me to want to play her part. So real quick, we are going to go back to Queen D's video and let's hear what she got to say further about this. Okay. Let's hear what she got to say further about this.
Hey, Queen, I turned off the monetization. I took.
Queen.
Thank you.
What? You must be talking
Hey,
about
Queen.
What?
I think her name was
Wait.
something.
Did she call me Queen B? But come on, Urban. What'd you say?
Now I was telling you that I had turned the monetization off so it won't go to commercial on you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And we almost done with it. But if she called me Queen B, I got something. It's gonna be a wrap for her.
I don't know what it was, but all I know is she had me for a minute until she said the man that she had known. So I would have looked for her to answer a question because that was based on her experience.
I answered
and
all the
said
questions.
She was a good, well-to-do, put-together woman.
I promise to God.
You know, and she said it. I got a feeling he just feared commitment. So my thing it is, if you take fear off the table, I don't listen. Maybe it's the men I know. And a lot of the men I know, which ain't women, they more so fear commitment. Because they can have a good woman, but they don't want the commitment. I don't give a damn what they said. It just didn't make no sense to me. It was just horribly ridiculous. It was just, I don't know. I don't know where these people be coming from. They must not used to certain type of questions that is in there. It's something that they not doing right. Wait a minute, we got G2K here. Damn G2K, I'm just coming over to you. G2K say, Queen, I have my own live going on right now because it's karaoke night, but I had to come and say hello. Listen, I had this live going on because I was on somewhere else and I was streaming. But get on off of here, boy. I'm over there. I'm headed over there to you now. And I had somebody here. Addie Bug was waiting for me,
So she literally admitted that she was not only on the panel, but she was streaming the show at the same damn time. I want to.
That's disrespectful. SBK.
I want to tell her that was an okay thing to do.
It was not.
Once again, there's a certain decorum that you have to follow. Okay. On YouTube or any social media platform, that decorum is this. You have to at least let the content creator know your intentions, and especially if you're trying to stream their content or use their content. Okay. Now, there's an exception to the rule. The exception to the rule is dealing with fair use. Okay. Now, fair use is when you're using a person's content and you use it in a way where it's transformative, like how I'm doing right now.
Right.
I'm literally reacting to her video, but it's transformative because I made it my own way. I corrected it my own style. You know what I'm saying?
Hence the banner flowing underneath my.
Right there, and I reacted to it. What she literally did was that she literally streamed the whole entire show. SBK, whole entire show.
That's disrespectful.
Without people knowing it to the very end. It didn't even tell him that she was doing it. She didn't even tell him he was doing it. Unless I'm missing something, unless she put something in the back chat, but we was up there on the panel the whole entire time. I didn't see her put a message on the back chat asking SBK, was it okay for her to stream his show on her channel? I don't remember
trying to get clicks and trying to get views.
Unless I'm missing something, but even then, the whole point is that there's a certain type of criteria that you have to follow. Even right now, those of us who are bigger content creators, we understand that the content have to be transformative. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't make the content transformative, we know that it could be potentially be flagged. Okay. It could be potentially be flagged, and we could get a strike on our channel for doing that. So that's the reason why we do our best to make it as transformative as possible. That's the reason why that we also acknowledge the content creator. Okay, I do it different ways. So I'll either acknowledge the content creator while I'm reviewing that video, or like when I be doing TikToks and stuff, right? When I be doing TikTok videos, right? I purposely leave a TikTok handle on there purposely because I'm acknowledging the content creator, the source where I got the video from. I do that intentionally. Even at the very end, I could very easily edit that out if I wanted to, but I don't do that because I am acknowledging the content creator. When the TikTok thing do the very end, do that, and it show their name on there, I purposely do that because I am acknowledging the content creator. I'm giving you the source where I got that content from.
Right.
Okay. But what she did, no, that's not cool at all, period. It's not. Then on top of that, went back and did a separate reaction video and being disingenuous with her own chat, saying that we was attacking her. But we wasn't. She started out by saying I was attacking her. She mentioned about Von said some stuff and she held her own. She mentioned she also mentioned about Queen as well too. Queen didn't even do nothing to her.
I sure did, but I'm getting ready to do something tonight.
Being disingenuous, saying that Queen did some stuff that she didn't even do. And directly mentioned about SBK drinking, all kind of weird stuff she was saying. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
So I had to make sure I come over here, but I'm here to tell you, Rat Nimsy. I'll see you in a minute. T-E. G2K-E, put T-E, put, yeah. Okay, bye. Thank you, G2K. He came in and showed his eyes, showed his support, and make sure he left a comment in that chat and on that panel right there. And I was just going to say, we're actually headed over there. So I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna stream too because we headed over to G2K.
Is this it?
We have karaoke tonight, but you know I had to come over here because I had to finish this stream up.
Yeah, that's for us.
She was saying that she was going over to this other country.
She ain't saying nothing else
and do the same damn thing. That's bullshit. Damn. That's wild.
But I'm going to kind of party because I don't know who those people thought they was. They thought they was gonna come for the How you gonna come for the queen like
I didn't even know she was up on the panel. Like I didn't know who she was.
Goodness. And then so then they ask a question. So the man answer. So then the man will say, "Oh, anybody chime in?" And then all of a sudden somebody say, then the one up in the top, Urban. Oh yeah, because they didn't even let the women answer, but your man the one told people to answer. And I'm saying to myself, I didn't answer the question. I'm responding to this lady who just gave us a double answer.
Who, me?
She messed around and I said, wait a minute, lady, that ain't what you said earlier.
Yep.
And then she come back and say something different, trying to go, okay.
What the heck is she talking about?
Yeah, I'm going over to G2K tonight. I probably won't be doing no singing, but what I might be doing is some lip singing tonight because I have to rest this voice of mine.
She got to be.
Anybody out there in my chat? Hey, this girl, Queen D, make sure you come back tomorrow. Gonna be more put together. I just stopped in, gave you my chime.
Is this it?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
All right. And so I'm not telling.
Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna say something, then I'm gonna let y'all go for it. Okay. First of all, you need to stop speaking in run-on sentences before you even step to me. You understand what I'm saying? That's the first thing you need to understand. Okay. All right. Yo, you need to pick your articulation up before you even address me. Okay. It's queen to queen because I empower other women. I don't sit up here and trash talk somebody that you ain't even met before. You don't know me. That was the first panel that we ever been on. Okay, I ain't double answer nothing. If anybody was double talking, double wagging, it was you, because you did not understand the word, and you kept rambling. After Lionel threw that curveball in there, you couldn't even get your thoughts together. You understand what I'm saying? You couldn't even get your thoughts together, and you went to talking nonsense and was talking nonsense the whole show. Now, if you really want to know who Queen the Queen is, my name is Clayleen Woods. And you can just Google me. Google me. Google me. And you will see who I am. And it ain't going to take no 4, 5, 3, me feeds, baby. I'm right there. I don't get no commercials in front of my name. I'm right there. Talking about traveling. Honey, I done been across this country and back and out the country. If I'm on your paddle, baby, you got somebody on there. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let it fool you. Wherever I go, they call me Dr. Woods, Dr. Bright. You understand what I'm saying? I do this for fun. I do this because I feel like I want to be tapped into the community and I want to do something for somebody. Okay, but what you're not gonna do is y'all stop commenting for a minute because I want to get everybody comment and y'all know how it go up, and then I can't just hold on for a minute. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I want to say.
How you gonna tell the chat to stop commenting?
On here. I hope you listening. Because what you not going to do is be dismissive of the people that were on that panel. It's some solid people that was on that panel that night, and they always be solid. Okay? You was amongst eagles, acting like a pigeon. You ain't got to know what I was talking about, because you better believe everybody else on that panel didn't know nothing that you was talking about. The inflection of your voice was off. The annotations was off. The sentences was off. The answers was off. The hair was off. The background was off and dark and dim and dreary. Everything was off. All right, go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Now I might come back afterwards. Go ahead, Urban.
That was the longest something that I ever heard. You said let you say something. That was more than something.
I know.
God damn.
I know.
Then how you gonna tell the chat to stop commenting? Girl, you wild as hell.
It'd be hard for me to get back to the comments when they go up and stuff. No, just go ahead. Go ahead. But yeah, I was listening to the show, but I was preparing for my own show that I was going to do one after when you're done with yours. But I was listening to it. And now I'm here. But everything I said about it, I already said it on my show. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, she decided to do what she wanted to do. That's fine. That's her choice. But she missed out on the opportunity of a great network opportunity for her. So that's on her. And one of the things that I don't want this situation to become a beefing type of thing, because we don't need that energy at all too, because there's way more stuff that's going on in this world than sit up here going around beefing on each other about stuff that's really irrelevant. You right. SBK. SBK.
Dang, Queen being aggressive tonight.
Yeah, because I don't like foolishness. You know what I'm saying? SBK done drop down. I don't like foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we gave her, or SBK and yourself gave her, every opportunity to articulate herself and to answer the questions dead on. We were looking for answers, right? And preferably answers that conflict so that we can have that dialogue. I understand the assignment. You understand what I'm saying? You say left, I say right. You understand what I'm saying? Or you just say what your true feelings is, or whatever it is. We were looking to have a mature dialogue about men and women, and she turned it into a personal debate of phrases or how you question word, and it just didn't make sense to me. You understand what I'm saying? It you so aggressive. She made SBK leave. No, I didn't. I just didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you rephrased the question every which way for her, and she just refused to answer it simply in its simplicity, and I didn't get it. That's why I was laughing. I'm like, are you serious? Like, it's too late. We've been on here for like almost 2 hours, and you still debating on what urban mean. I say it all the time when you talking. I be saying, don't say all men, don't say all men. But at the end of the day, I still get my answer, and we move on to the next thing. It was just sucking the life out of the show. That's how I felt. Lionel, what you doing down there? You here? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you said. I get it.
Queen, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
what's up, bro?
Man, what's up with it, Urban? How you doing, Queen? Queen, I think the main thing you got to understand with that was that was a calculated situation. That was a calculated move to trigger, to try to beef. You should have let Urban. He explained it all. The part you cut it off, whatever. But Urban explained it all down to a T. That was all a calculated move, from someone just trying to argue. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what that was. So no matter who answered, whether it was you or asked the question or answered or whatever, whether it was you or myself or Urban, there was going to be conflict. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing you would say or nothing I would say or any answer we gave or any question, it wasn't going to be to her liking, because it was going to be some type of problem of why the question was not suffice for her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got that, and I told. I don't know if she thought she was supposed to do that, or I don't know. Like you said, I understand it was calculated because she flew to her channel and did that. You know what I'm saying? But to point out different things or be now when we didn't want her to be, when we wanted her to be specific and targeted, she couldn't do it. But apparently she could do it on her show. You know what I'm saying? And you singling out ones who you never met before. You know what I'm saying? You don't know me from a can of paint. It just was weird. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get that. I didn't say, yeah, I got a little upset. Yeah, I did, because who are you? Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming for, well, I guess I just did, but I'm just saying I don't get that. I don't get that you created this out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? And then you go and on your channel to try to lie and say somebody attacked you. Nobody's here attacking you in no kind of way. Our tone was low. You know what I'm saying? We were articulate. We were taking our time with you, and we let you talk for a half an hour, or it would have seemed like at one point, to get your thought out. You know what I'm saying? No, I think you were extremely kind to her. So where was the attack?
Yeah, see, that's another thing I want to bring up too, because I think Vance and I think Joe said this too. They'll say Urban was just being too nice. He's been too nice. No, I already knew just by what she was saying, she was being disingenuous with the whole entire conversation. She was being disingenuous with her even being up there. So I had handled it on the same level of the energy that she was bringing, but not in a way where it's going to bring down the integrity of SBK's show, because me personally, when I'm on somebody else's show, I treat other people's show just like it's my show, period. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want people to just start hollering and screaming and beefing on my show, you know what I'm saying? So I treat people show the same exact way. So that's why I wasn't going in on her, even though, we had every right to do that. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that at all, period. I want to meet her on the level that she was at. It does destroy every last of her on talking points and argument. You know what I'm saying? Now I just let her fall on her own sword, which ultimately that's what she ended up doing. And so now she's the one who got low vibration. She's the one who got low integrity, and we don't. That's that simple.
Yeah. But I mean, she flew to her channel. I got attacked. I you know what it was? I say what it was, but I feel like she was just happy that she was in the room. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she was just happy that she was in the room. I don't know her channel. I don't know how many followers she had. I don't know what her subscriptions is. I don't know. But it's screaming clout.
I mean, to be honest with you, Queen, you'll be happy too. Man, you're in the presence of SBK, You're in the presence of Urban, Lionel, man. You know what I'm saying? You're in the presence of great content creators. So you'll be happy. You're like, God damn, I'm in the big leagues.
You better say Queen too. I don't know why.
I did say Queen. I did say Queen with your aggressive ass. I just said it.
I'm aggressive today. You talking about some Queen B. You know my name ain't no Queen B.
So they're the presence. Hey, they're in the presence of Joe, man. They're in the presence of Eve. Hell, Alice is in here. They're in the presence of Alice, man. They're in the presence and all these great thought-provoking content creators. So heck yeah, you get all a little giggy. Like, ooh, I don't know how to act.
I went on these people's channel and they tried to attack me.
Y'all will never believe what happened to me. Hey,
no, SBK was sitting here like this. He was so drained. He was like this.
Man.
Now, ma'am, what you? Now, ma'am, you done said this a couple of times tonight, ma'am. Ma'am, I was like, he's tired.
Man, I couldn't. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I was really discombobulated because I was getting text messages about this chick streaming my live. So when I got the text messages or whatever, I was stuck in the twilight zone. What should I do? Should I kick this chick off the panel? Because E was ready to get her. You know what I'm saying? Joe was ready to get her. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, y'all chill out. Let me see if you know what's going on first. You know what I'm saying? So, but then looking back at it, retrospect, man, I should have just kicked her off. But I mean, look at what we're doing now. We know we're it's a learning experience, man. Especially those of you guys who are in the chat that are listening. If you're not monetized, you know what I mean, and you're trying to build a channel. I'm looking at a bunch of great content creators that are aspiring content creators that's trying to monetize. Queen, this is a learning experience. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
For you guys, Bonds, Alice, Joe, Lionel, you guys are not monetized yet. Just look at this as a learning experience. Urban, he explained it to a T at the end of the of his live, responding to all of this because people try to beef with you. You know what I mean? Not everybody is like the way we are. You know what I mean? We got our own little thing going on here. We're showing people how to put out thought-provoking content without any type of beef, without any type of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And so when you got people that are getting along and we're respecting each other's opinions without, we can disagree, man, and not act a damn fool. You know what I mean? And so that's the bottom line. And so people are just going to try us. That's all there's to it. And so this is a learning lesson. You know what I mean? Each content creator that's in the chat, y'all listening, you know what I mean? You just take heed, because not everybody's going to like what you say. They're not going to agree with what you do, but people are just going to try to, come up in you. And Urban, did you notice, man, there was a bunch of trolls that came in the chat too.
Yeah, y'all noticed that.
I mean, bro, I've never had that before. It was a bunch of trolls. Horrible. And so even Scorpio Mama was like, she, a lot of you guys were messaging me and was like, hey, SBK, we're gonna let these spammers make it. I'm like, no, man, that's the reason why y'all got a rich. You know what I mean? Now I can take a troll who's and I know Urban can attest to this. I can take a troll who trolls, and if you troll respect, you're gonna respect. But if you disrespect, but there was a lot of just trolls just coming up in there, just weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So that's never happened. You know what I mean? I just had a live, Queen. You had a live. You was on my live a couple days ago. There was no trolls. When that lady when that lady was not on the panel. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just you just take this as a learning experience, man. And I'm taking it as a learning experience. As a I haven't been a content creator that long. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, but I've told my story before. I came from some stuff or whatever, being associated with some people that were beefing with people or whatever, and I had to just disassociate myself. And I know how to move accordingly. And I let everybody on my panel. If I invite you on the panel, I drop the link. I let everybody, voice their opinion. And as long as you're respecting each other, whatever. But that's the first time that's ever happened. You know what I mean? So hopefully, you can learn and like I did. You know what I'm saying? Don't take any disrespect as far as people. And like Urban, I like what Urban. I keep referring to Urban. I'm telling the truth, Urban. I appreciate you, and I hit you up on the back end, just thanking you. But when someone disrespects you as a content creator and streams your live without your permission, then that's just bad business. You know what I mean? I look at my channel as a business.
Boxing people, you know what I'm saying? You stealing content. It's not, and you're not gonna break bread with them views. You're not gonna break bread. Well, every last one of content creators that was on it that made that live for you, you're not gonna break bread with us. You know what I'm saying? And so that's not what's up.
A couple weeks ago, we had one of our day ones stream on the Tap In podcast, and she's like, she asked us before. She said, "Hey, you mind if I stream since we're up so late?" And I said, "Yeah." We said, "Yeah." You know what I mean? And basically everybody in the chat I rock with everybody in the chat right now. You, Queen, of course, Urban, Lionel, Bonds, you know what I mean? I rock with everybody, you know what I'm saying? So you guys are part of our little community, the Tap In podcast, my show, the lounge, you guys are a part of the family. So, you guys are very much welcome to come up on the panel. If you want to stream, that's fine, but that, I don't know that lady. I didn't know that lady. First and foremost, I don't know that lady at all. You know what I'm saying? So, you're welcome to, anybody's welcome on our panel, but I didn't know that lady to do that. You know what I mean? So you just have a lot of gall to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is learning lesson.
Yeah, it's fitting that we're having this conversation, and I've been preparing my show for tonight. The show that I was going to prepare tonight is dealing with this very situation. I'm pretty sure y'all probably heard about what happened, but it was these YouTubers up in Vegas. A husband and wife, they end up getting shot dead in the middle of a live stream. Yep. It's all right. Yep. And so I'm going to talk about that tonight, and I'm going to show y'all why it's important to be engaging in this beef and content.
Yeah, I'm glad you are going to cover that. I was going to do, I was going to do a little short video about that. And a lot of people are quick to say it's just YouTube. It's just YouTube.
No,
and that's not the case, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you tell that story on your live, Urban. But people get triggered on here, bro. You know what I mean? People get triggered on here, and I don't know how many times I've seen personally people beefing on here, and they actually just have some triggered is not the word, man. It's just a lot of disrespecting family members, disrespecting, doxing and all this stuff or whatever. And I was following that story, Urban, and I'm like, wow, bro. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
They're showing people kids and family members and people who have no attachment to YouTube. You go and find them. You calling people jobs and trying to get people fired, and it's crazy. They take it too far.
Yeah, man. And so, Urban, he's told his story about his YouTube, being involved with certain people. I have, you know what I mean? I'm not going to talk bad about anybody, but but that type of content ultimately does not sell, and it does not rear any type of benefits to you. You know what I'm saying? Render any benefits. It's just counterproductive, and I won't be doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Now I'll always react to what's going on around me, whether it's situations, government or whatever. But man, I'm not going to go after anybody, man, or go personal with anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah,
now I
big
feel
fact.
bad for my little outburst, but
Now you see the thing about it, Queen, is that you have every right to react the way that you reacting, but what get people is that they don't like to leave it where it's at. That once when you react, then necessarily somebody gonna say something to react. What you reacted to, that it just never stop. You have to have enough emotional discipline to tell yourself like, hey, I said what I said. We're just gonna let it go, and I don't have to respond to it no more. And don't worry about it. Just let it go.
Yeah,
just let it go. But you also have to understand that person may going to respond back to you. Just because they're going to respond back, that doesn't mean you have to keep doing it. Just let them do it. Eventually, it's going to die out. However long it takes for it to die out, just be patient and let it die out. It may take a year or whatever. You just let them talk.
Yeah.
But here's another thing too, is that the more that they talk about you, right, what they literally doing is give you free promotion on your channel. So I let them work for you. Let them work for you. You don't have to talk about them. You do your own thing.
Sometimes the best response is
extra $100 or something, then I can go on ahead and be what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been working a long time to get to this 1,000.
Yeah, sometimes the best response is no response at all. You know what I mean? And so, Urban's like, hey, bro, don't flag her. That's free promotion. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Exactly. See, I think like a businessman.
I always got myself whenever I got myself involved in the YouTube and I was admonished to be a content creator, I immediately, I shout out to Thrive and Glow with Joe. She said, SBK, you got to look at everything as a business. And then once and listening to Urban, he's like, say, man, you got to treat this as a business. Listening to E, the same thing. Treat it as a business. You know what I'm saying? So
she's a striker.
She's a striker. Trust me, Bonds. I mean, trust me. I think you made a comment about me just being cool, calm, and collective. I wasn't always like that. You know what I mean? So life teaches you a lot of things when you go through life, and God's been good to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been shown a lot of grace and throughout my life, and because I have been shown a lot of grace, I've had, looking back retrospective on my life as a youngster, a lot of people took the time to show me what I was doing right, and also was not afraid to tell me what I was doing wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not a know-it-all, and so because I'm not a know-it-all, I'm gonna humble myself and ask questions if I don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I don't know the ins and outs of YouTube, whatever, but sometimes it takes you messing up to find out what to do. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like that is what was happening on the live that night. You know what I'm saying? She honestly, I feel like some areas she was not knowledgeable in, so she just started rambling on with her own ideology. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to just sit out. A couple of times I just sat out because I didn't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? So I just sat out until something resonated with me and landed with me, and then I articulated myself. You know what I'm saying? But to get aggressive and combative because you really on the low don't really understand. You know what I'm saying? And you just want to have conflict. I think it's real cheesy. You know what I'm saying? It's real cheesy. And then you turn that around and say that you've been attacked. Like nobody on that channel attacked her. And attack is a very strong word, especially when you dealing with two men and one woman. You know what I'm saying? The dynamics of that is not good. Because you're saying that these men attacked this woman, whether it be verbally or whatever. You're using that word attack. And I think that was malicious. I think it wasn't. I think, like you said, it was a strategy. You know what I'm saying? But it was it was ill-placed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with everything you talking about. Yeah, I agree. Hey, I wanted to let Vance know this too. Now, that night when she was on my panel, right, I do want Vance to understand that I would not have let her blatantly disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm also like SBK. I'm fair with people. I allow people to, land their plane, get their thought process out and express it. But if it came into a point where it was blatantly disrespectful, then yeah, I had checked that right then and there because I didn't did that countless of time over there in the lounge. The last time I did that, that's when that what was that woman name? Damn, that woman who had the mental issue. I forgot. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, Miss Joyce. Yeah, Miss Joyce. That's her name, Miss Joyce. So she was she was being bluntly disrespectful on my panel one time, and I had to warn her. I like, hey, if you keep on doing this, then I'm gonna kick you off my show. And she kept doing it, and she kept doing it over and over again, and I kicked her off the show. And she never came back. She did a reaction show of me kicking her off the show right when I kicked her out. She started live and everything and did a reaction show, talk to me about that. And guess what? I didn't respond back to her. I didn't do no show about her or nothing like that. Matter of fact, she did 3 different shows on 3 different days talking about that. And I watched all of them. I didn't respond back to her. I looked at her and I didn't respond back to her at all because I knew that that's what she wanted, But yeah, over there, I'm very fair over at the lounge. I don't allow disrespect from nobody, period, no matter who it is.
The show with my brother, I immediately called him after that show and I, talked to him the way a sister talked to a brother, and he immediately became apologetic. The next morning he called me again and said he was apologetic. He's supposed to come up on one of my lives and apologize officially. You know what I'm saying? Because I too understand that people don't have to come up on your panel for nothing. But when you get people who have a different of opinion, that does not open no door for disrespect. We can have a healthy dialogue and a heated conversation or whatever, but to be disrespectful is a whole nother thing. That's not what we're up here for. Okay. That is not what we're up here for. So I was very taken back by that. And I chewed his ear out, because that's not what I want. Me and Lida gonna always disagree about something. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna disagree, and we may agree at times or whatever. But I love him to pieces. You understand? And I value his work, and I value who he is, you know what I'm saying, and his imprint or whatever in life, you know what I'm saying? I value because you're human, but in no means am I ever going to go up and pull up another, do a live and say, oh, Lionel attacked me and this and that. That's serious. Like you taking it to a whole other level. So that to me is really going to make me just, like you said, just veer away from the individual and not engage, because you're liable to say anything. When you go to talking about people attacking you and this and that and all of that, you're liable to say anything and it can go to another next level. So I'm just going to go ahead and not engage with that at all. But I thought that was very disrespectful,
Yeah, so also I know the show is not by what the type of behavior that women do, but I'm only just bringing this up because you're talking about this. Do you understand that I have been on different shows? I have been on different people panels. I did different debates, and do you know that up to about 95% of the women do the same as that thing to me, where I'm attacking their talking point and they come back and say that I'm attacking them personally? They do that all the time. And they do that to be disingenuous. And to be quite honest with you, since this is Men's Mental Health Month, right? We deal with this a lot. We deal with this false flagging. We deal with women lying on us and stuff, right? Saying that something happened to say that we did something, but we never did nothing to it. Then next thing you know, we're not getting unalive because of a woman. You know what I mean? Just like that. Yeah, or go to jail. Even worse, go to jail or unalive. Just like that actor one that was on the Steve Harvey show. That dude got unalive because of this girl, 21-year-old. Now, keep in mind, that girl was 15 years old. The dude was 21 years old, her alleged boyfriend. And she slept her blatantly lied to her boyfriend, saying that dude was trying to do something to her. Just lie. Wow. And this dude pulled up and unalived him because of that. Him and his homeboy. That's crazy, but that's what we deal with. You know what I mean?
As men, I do understand that as men, you have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? I did a show about, and I'm gonna say it again. I did a show about men's mental health. I did. I get it. I understand, because as a man, now I'm not a man, but I just want to speak what I observed or who's been around me. Men that I've been raised around, they're always cautious about, you know, what they're saying or the position that real men, or you know, how they are, you know what I'm saying, in relation to women, or you know, they just very cautious of what they do and what they say, because they know the accusations will fly. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, but it happens. A lot of men get accused for things that they haven't done because a woman is being emotional, and a woman don't like what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Or a woman don't want you to be with this individual. They will make up stuff to try to hurt you, and they create a vendetta. For point in case, my mother, it didn't work out with my brother's dad, and she promised him, not that this man was a bad man or a bad dude, but it didn't work out. And she promised him, you will never see your son again. And she did, and she kept her promise. She kept my brother never met his father. You understand what I'm saying? Just very toxic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why she did that. I would have never done nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's where she was at in life. So I get it. You know, women will do things to hurt black men, to hurt men in general. You know what I'm saying? It's that emotional component. And when your emotions run out of control like that, then you become irrational. And then you begin to make toxic decisions on that. And that can be a very dangerous place. That's why I'm hyper focusing on the word attack when she said that, because I'm like, that was nowhere near attacking. But here you go saying that word because you know the value behind it, and you know you trying to gain some type of sympathy for somebody attacking this woman. Whereas if you go back and look at the live, you attacked everybody. Right?
Right.
And then Urban, I can see you getting attacked because you say some wild stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't say no wild stuff. I say thought-provoking stuff to get a reaction.
No,
damn it.
You say some wild stuff. And you know what? You one of them crazy, weird dudes that like the attack. You like to be hit and slapped and chopped up and all that. You like
hold on,
that.
not you calling me word.
Yes, you do. You like that, Urban. You like that type of stuff. I'm about to jump in here in these bed of thorns and see if I'm gonna get nicked.
What are you talking about? Sure, if I jump in the bed, if I jump in the bed of thorns, best believe I got protection to do it. I ain't gonna do it and just hurt myself.
You come up on
There's a reason.
With a helmet, with knee pads, with you be ready. You be ready.
Hey, now on the cool though, if we want to take it on religious, I'll be having the full armor of God, not God, God.
The full armor of God.
Yes.
I told y'all about here doing the Lord's work. And if I'm out here doing the Lord's work, I gotta have the full armor of God.
Hey, Urban, we all was doing the Lord's work on that live. We all were. SBK for sure. That's sitting to the left, lean back, breathing heavy. As I was like, SBK is worn down. He was like, ma'am.
I was trying to tag Urban and Lionel in. Boy, them ninjas wasn't even having it, boy. I was like, and then Lionel was just chilling that whole time. I was like, what you got on it, Lionel? And he would say, I'm good. I'm good. And I'm like, what the hell?
I like,
wait.
Hey, at first, we was trying to handle this like we was playing football, right? You SBK, you know, on the sideline when the coordinators still be calling the plays out with their hand signals. I wasn't understanding the signal at first. I was like, hold up, what was he throwing out? Then eventually I caught on to like, oh, that's what throwing out. Okay, all right, let me move this way. Let me go on, move this way.
Man, it was like, man, Urban, it was more like hot potato, man.
Listen, Lionel bit the cap off that grenade and threw it up in there, and then he just ran off. That woman said, "What?"
Lionel said, "Fire the hole."
I was like, "Quit playing." He shook it up. He did what he had to do. Lionel did what he had to do, but then he went right on back on chill mode.
Hey, Urban, and Queen, I'm a drop down. Queen, I appreciate you responding to this. I always got y'all back. You know what I'm saying? So if I rock with you, man, if I'm ever on your panel or whatever, man, and if I, you know, if y'all don't know it, man, if you know SBK, if I rock with y'all, man, I rock with you. I'm loyal, to sometimes loyal to a fault. You know what I'm saying? But I rock with you, Queen. I appreciate you having me on your panel. Urban, you know what time it is, bro. I'll be seeing you in your live in a little bit. But y'all have a good night. I'm gonna drop down.
Okay.
All right, bro. Be safe.
I'm actually gonna wrap up. Yeah, because I want to catch Urban. I want to still be woke to catch Urban show. I want to catch it. Thank you, SBK, for coming up on the show.
Now the hell with that. You're gonna stay up, watch my show. Better drink you some coffee. Better get you some Coke.
Y'all been rocking with me. I'm finna go get me something sweet to eat, and then I'm just gonna relax and watch your show. But y'all been rocking with me. It's been like 2 hours and 47 minutes, so y'all been rocking with me. But I'm telling you right now, I was outdone, Urban. I was so outdone, but I was hilarious. I didn't know you was a comedian. I didn't know you was that funny. I was like, quit playing with me. Man, I didn't even know all that was going on.
So what you trying to say?
I'm just saying, I didn't know you was a comedian. I know you was funny because half the time you be on here, you be all stale and dry, low tone, monotone. You know what I'm saying?
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. See, when I be when I be low tone and mono, y'all say that I'm soft. Then I be aggressive. Oh, you don't like us. Dude can't win for trying.
When you was aggressive, that jump was hilarious. I laughed until I couldn't laugh no more. Then I had fell off to sleep, so I didn't see the part where she was running her mouth. You know what I'm saying? But that was did you see me comment? I was commenting all through the whole live. Did you hear that? Did you see them?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Oh God, that was hilarious. Like, wow, who does that? And see, I don't pay attention enough to, you know what I'm saying? I don't be tapped in all the way like that, you know, unless I'm doing my show or I'll come and hit y'all up or whatever. It wouldn't even dawn on me to go and look on her pages. I don't even remember the woman's name. You know what I'm saying? To see if she said anything, because I don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for me to be on a panel one night and then look on your page to see if you're saying something, you know what I'm saying, about me, or, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't even move like that, you know? But that was crazy. Urban said, Urban, maybe you need to find balance. That was good.
Hell, I thought I had balance. That's what I thought, but apparently I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna roast the hell out of y'all when y'all get to the lounge. How about that?
It don't matter. Urban, I'm thinking about doing something next year for all the content creators, doing like a good networking meet and greet. It'd be professionally run, because that's all I do. You know, I do events too. You know what I'm saying? And just have like a seminar on how to grow your channel. You know, let that be the focus of the meet and greet. You know, and then have a couple of heavy hitters that people can fly in and meet. You know, and then like convene that you know night. Well, I'll say probably that Friday where we do like some type of you know, sipping party or something like that. I won't be drinking on liquor, but I'm just saying, you know, something like that. I think that would be really cool. But it would have to be planned really nice and really professional. Oh
yeah, for sure. I actually supposed to be flying into Michigan if we still doing this trip. If me and my family still doing this trip, because we'll be having a family reunion out there in Detroit, I think next month. But I don't know if we're still going or not, because we really haven't like talked about it since 2 months ago. So
Oh, okay. Queen taking us to the strip club. I ain't nobody. Lana, you know what? You been running your mouth all night. Ain't nobody taking y'all to no strip club. I don't even get down like that. But I do like planning events, and I do like disseminating information. You know what I'm saying? You said I know that's why it's going. Yeah. All right, y'all.
what's wrong with the strip club?
I'm
What's
not
wrong
going
with the
to no
strip club?
strip club. I don't go to places like that. I don't go to bars, and I don't go to strip clubs because I'm saved.
What does that have to do with your salvation?
Because I don't go to places that may prompt me to sin. I don't go to casinos because it got the word sin in it.
What the? Lord Jesus.
I don't go to them light places. No. I don't go to strip clubs. I don't care what you can't do.
I can't do this. So you don't go to the grocery store because they sell lotto tickets. That's gambling.
I get myself DoorDash. No, just play it.
She said, "Forget that. I'm just going to have them on Instacart out of my grocery. I'm not going to the grocery store
it's a professional setting.
It is a professional setting. Strip clubs and bars.
Yeah, I don't go to that type of stuff. That's not my thing.
They got some good wings there. You're missing out.
I'm sure, but
I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been to a strip club almost like 4 or 5 years though. On the cool, probably longer than that.
Well, that's good. Keep on that trajectory, okay? People, this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to make sure y'all up on Urban's Live tonight because I'm very interested in that story. I have been hearing about it floating around, but I don't know all the particulars and the details, and that is most unfortunate. So I'm what time it start, Urban?
Probably 5 minutes after you end your live. 5 to 7 minutes after you end your live.
I'm ready for it. So y'all please let's go over there and support and blow his live up. Alice is invited to Urban's Live. Yes, you not invited, Lionel. Ain't there a kick in the pants? I want to go and support him. So y'all come on, let's go. And I'm quite sure everybody's gonna be there. All right, listen, guys. I want you all to do something nice for somebody. Okay. If it ain't nothing but opening up the car door or giving a nice smile. Or just praying silently for somebody, because guess what? You reap what you sow. A kind word can turn away all type of wrath, guys. Remember that. Kind words can turn away all type of wrath. All right. And so I want y'all to do that. Okay. I want y'all to do that. Be kind to somebody. Thank you. Oh my God. Before we go anywhere, I gotta do this. Let me go check my phone because I have not even checked my phone since I started, because I had to come in and do this live because everybody's like, do the live. So I'm going to do it, but let me check my phone right quick. Those who cashed at me on the earlier live, this is for you. So sweet Rita, this is for you, beautiful. Yeah, guys. So listen, earlier today, I was just running my mouth, and the Spirit of the Lord just moved. He did. I'm sorry. And people begin to give. You said I was the kind of neighbor that hit me up for $20, and she knew I got home for vacation. Thank you, thank you, sweet Rita. It's going to come back for you from you tenfold. Okay, y'all know what it is. Y'all know how I move. Ain't nobody over here scamming nobody or nothing like that. Okay, so thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, now let's go over to Urban Show and support. I'm ready for it. I'm about to get comfortable. I'm about to try to warm me up something to eat real quick. And yeah, go and check out his live, y'all. All right. This is your queen, and not no doggone Queen B. Y'all know who it is, Queen and Queen. Google me. I'm gonna say that again. Y'all just go ahead and Google me. And this is my name right here. But my name is Clayleen Bright, but this is the old name. But if you Google the old name, all of my literary work and all of my endeavors and all of my accomplishments will simply pop up. Okay. All right. So y'all go ahead and be blessed. Good night. Bye-bye.